I guess I went out. Dang. Can y'all hear me again? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back, good people? Okay. That thing just kicked me out for no reason. I'm gonna see if I can close this visor. Maybe the sun will stay off this thing because I don't know what just happened. But I'm on the highway, so bear with me, good people. But yeah, I said, why would you want to ride around with something that's gonna get you a guaranteed 5 years, 10 years, depending on what state that you get caught with this in, and based on your criminal history? Like if you're a convicted felon with a switch, you automatically 10 years in the Fed. First offenders can potentially get 5 years in the Fed. So why would I want to ride around with something that can get me 5 years just to protect myself? And it ain't proven to protect yourself any better. So that make no sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense. The only thing that you could say that make it make sense is our culture got us thinking that this is what you're supposed to do. But let's go to the video. We want to show y'all the video. I think Urban Politician did a video. A lot of other people did videos about it. So we want to go show y'all the video. And man, Young Thug, man, we could just turn this channel into the whole Young Thug channel. Cause Young Thug, boy, they let whoever he pissed off, boy, goodness gracious. Young Thug, boy, whoever you pissed off, buddy, we gonna get to you in a minute, but whoever you pissed off, Lord have mercy. Jesus. But here's the video about Lil Boosie and Urban Politician. Salute to you. This is original content. Lil Boosie was saying something a while back about his son in the hood because I guess his son was in the Baton Rouge and back in the old neighborhood, and Boosie didn't want him back in that neighborhood. So here's that video.
I got a bad. You ain't gotta do none of that. We made it out the hood. We made it out. Why would you want to go back? I don't get it. I don't get it. We live in upstate. I mean,
Now I want all y'all to hear that. Even Lil Boosie is telling his son, for the wannabes and the people that go down to the hood every day because they want to be down, listen to how people talk who are actually from the hood. Boosie said, we from the hood. We made it out. Why would you want to go back to the hood? That's how the people think that's actually from the hood. People that's from the suburbs ain't never seen nothing really happen, don't understand that it ain't all good in the hood. They want to go to the hood. But if Lil Boosie, somebody who from the hood, who rock, who listen to gangster rap, who produce gangster rap, but don't want that same thing for his son, that should tell you something. Pay close attention.
I don't get it. I don't. Good. That's what we from. With him. Till he come home, I'm finna start an argument with him. Yeah. Why you gonna do it? Because he don't need to be down there in Baton Rouge. That's what we from, Baton Rouge. Oh, yeah. And when he down there, he stresses me out as a dad. I got a bad. You ain't gotta do none of that. We made it out the hood. We made it out. Why would you want to go back? I don't get it. I don't get it. We live in upstate. I mean, I don't get it, but he grown now, so you know. But he ain't grown. What is he, 19? No, he finna be 21. I wouldn't know what to do. My son get a murder charge, bro. Like, I gotta stop him from crashing out, bro. Like, then it worried me more. All them Around him clutching, had me worried as a daddy, bro. Like, nigga, he be hearing me out though, but it's just, man, I take that 3-4 paragraphs. Nigga text me, I write 3 big paragraphs, man. That man take me back.
It's never gonna be a fashion to me, bro. It's dangerous. I don't want my son wearing poo shiesties. Bruh. Yeah, bro. Bro, I'm not on your trail, bro.
Boosie sound like a real parent. Now listen, he rapping about this other stuff, and that's cool, but Boosie obviously got some sense. Boosie said, I don't want my son wearing no poo shiesty. Why doesn't he want his son wearing a poo shiesty? Because he know what come with it. He know what comes with wearing that poo shiesty and acting like a young nigga. Acting like a YN. He know that prison and jail is what come with that, and he don't want that for his son. Even though he raps about it, even though he probably helped shape the mind and influence his son, he still don't want that for his son, because what parent, what person want to be in jail? So this fairy tale life that people think that people are just signing up to go to jail, no, they're not. This belief that there's a certain real Sorry, good people. It keep kicking me off because I don't know why. This ain't my truck's Wi-Fi right now. I'm trying to use this hotspot thing, but Lord, it's tearing up the whole god dang on screen. Hopefully, we're about to get close to civilization, and this won't happen again. We're about to be close to civilization. But the moral of the story, what I was saying is, you would hope as a father that you go through whatever you go through so that your kids won't have to go through it. But there's still a level of influence there that you're giving your child. So at what cost do you want to be successful? That's why I just want to be the landlord. I can teach my son or my daughters how to be an entrepreneur, run their own stuff, and move how they want to move. Then I've taught them the greatest life skill that I can teach them, how to make their own money, so they don't have to compromise like a lot of other people. So it's a hard thing to be able to make your own money. Be able to, the people who start companies, the brave men and women who start companies and take that risk in order to create something, create for others and help feed other families. People who do things like that, you know, that's what keep us going, chat. Not no fake pastor, that get online, and we got another fake pastor we gonna talk about, but we got a fake pastor in this sector that's been running amok, man. The man done come out the pool pit, and it's just sad, man. He back in the streets, y'all. Y'all, we gonna have to pray for the backslider. But yeah, I want the YNs to know that Lil Boosie does not want his son to be a YN.
That may take me back.
It's never gonna be a fashion to me, bro. It's dangerous. I don't want my son wearing poo shiesties. Bro. Yeah, bro. Bro, I'm not on your trail, bro. I'm trying to better you, bro. I don't want nothing to happen to you. You jumping out, then y'all already be jumping out the car. Shoot you with that special.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man.
Man, shout out to Big Ant. Y'all go watch the rest of that on his channel. But man, he should have listened, man. Sometimes kids and like that. We're supposed to sound old. We're supposed to sound boring. We're supposed to sound lame to our children. The hip parents, the parents that get on kids and they call them cool parents. Those are the ones that's the fuck that parent. That's how you supposed to parent. Cool as hell in everybody else's household. Just like a parent, concerned about his kid. And now, because he didn't listen, is being carted off under the same fate as the daddy, ironically. They're both potentially about to be in the feds at the same exact time. The two males of the household are about to be out of the household. So who's gonna hold up the household? Who's gonna get this thing? Who's gonna keep it going? Lil Boosie had a lot of motion, and he keep a lot of motion while he's out. But I don't know what type of motion Lil Boosie have while he's in. So if he got to do 4-5 years, who's gonna take care of Boosie and his new kids and the whole situation? You can't hear. I just want to know who gonna. You in the Matrix? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Some people say, okay, Miss Collins say, yeah. I believe Miss Collins because she got that doggone spice she can put on you. Salute, Miss Collins. But yeah, ironically, two of the males in their family, the two is I think Tootie Raw is Boosie's oldest son. So if Boosie go to jail and Boosie got whatever business he got going on, Tootie Raw is supposed to step in and be able to run it and hold down the fort while Daddy locked away. But it sounded like Tootie Raw was in the hood trying to earn his stripes. That's what it sounded like Lil Boosie was going through. I wasn't there, so I don't know, but that's what it sounded like from a parent perspective. Nope, that's not a cop. Good. But I don't know, man. I hope Lil Boosie got his business in order because it looked like he finna go away soon. And I don't even think he got sentenced yet. Some people say it's going to be a year, 2 years. Some people say 3. Some people say 5. Is Lil Boosie business tight enough and to the place enough to where he can go to prison for 5 years and everything stay intact and don't get sold? Does he have residual income that's kicking off, or is he the whole engine? And with him being gone, is it gonna sink the whole ship? And all them pretty houses and everything gonna have to get sold, or some rapper gonna have to keep them afloat? He gonna get 3 to 5. Can all of his businesses sustain for 3 to 5 years with no travel money, no show money? I mean by that's why I love real estate, man. Because, and I'm not saying put all your eggs in one basket, but the reason why I love real estate is because everybody needs somewhere to live. Outside of when it's a pandemic or something crazy, when people wasn't paying rent, but outside of that, everybody need a place to live. And real estate, it continuously brings you money, even if you're not, entertaining no more, even if you're not getting booked. So I hope Boosie was, putting his money that he was making into some real estate or something that's still sustaining him, so he didn't have to rely on show money. Because if he's relying on show money, the show is over for 3 to 5. So y'all say. So if the show is over from 3 to 5, I don't know how most people life is set up, but even mine right now ain't to the point to where I can go away for 3 to 5 years and everything can get paid for. That's some heck of a strategic planning if you can sustain your life without you around for 3 to 5 years and all your bills get paid on a monthly basis. But we got another video for y'all. I'm gonna have my editor. They gonna have to do some work this time because I'm just gonna be bringing in different topics. So after Lil Boosie, son, let's see what we want to talk about. We want to talk about Young Thugger. Young Thugger. I don't know who you pissed off. I think it's Fannie Willis. It seems like this is a strong woman's doing right here. When you piss off a woman, see, I ain't never seen this happen to nobody that been to jail, and it's been way more famous people, no offense, than Young Thug that done been to jail. And I know damn well they done caught some of these famous people begging their old ladies on the phone, all kind of stuff. And none of this stuff was released up until now. And now, man, we got all of Thug's gossip. Anything he ever said about anybody on a tape, it seemed like that's a woman that said, you know what? I know how I can get his ass. I'm going to release this tape of him talking about all these different people. That's a woman that's smart enough to do this. Ain't no nigga smart enough to do this. She ended him without ending him. This is a woman allegedly, I think I snapped. Man, they isolating this. They burying Thugger alive. They getting every different crew not to like this dude. Little Dirt crew don't like him no more. And even the people that still like him, they still know him as a chatty patty now. They got Gorilla crew don't like him. So you got the females don't like him. The dudes not liking him. Boy, it's going to be trouble for him to get a feature. So what can Young Thug do for the next 15 years that's going to sustain his lifestyle, especially now that he can't come back to Atlanta? And it seems like somebody is vindictive enough to isolate him from the own industry that he seemed to run in Atlanta. He said, "But how about them cowgirls? The cowgirls won." But let's hear Young Thug, man. Young Thug seemed to uh, got a disc record or conversation about everybody in the industry. And I think whoever is pulling the strings said, you know what, we're going to day by day release. And there's like 2 years worth of calls, or at least a year and some change worth of calls. So how many people has talked in some change? I bet you everybody that know Thugger right now be like, oh, hell no. I'm not answering this nigga phone until I know what all he done said. I'm waiting to hear what he done said about me. Anybody that talking to him, I guarantee they waiting to hear what he done said about me. And then it turns out that he been tweeting this young lady talking about what color you are. So let's play it in here.
The girl, gorilla, girl. In mind, you can talk about Lil Baby, about Gunna, you can talk about QC, but when you get to talking about Glow, the are you out of your mind? This is where crazy. Somebody please tell me what Glorilla and stuff. Also deny him a verse for his album. The match. Why are you sitting up in yells Glorilla? I saw the girl, she, why don't you say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck. You said it. Yeah, if she ain't ugly, people, niggas be saying she ain't ugly, this ain't nothing. They think she look like Rihanna. Man, be like goddamn Brianna. Oh, man.
Hot Jams is messing up again. God dang it. I'm tired of this. So I can't wait to get Big Whitey back again. Big Whitey at the airport waiting on me. But don't worry, we're gonna get Big Whitey today. We ain't going through this. Let me rewind back and let me try to play it again. Hold on, good guys.
The girl, gorilla, she. Yeah. Why don't people say she pretty? That be ugly as fuck. You think she ugly? You said it. Like, yeah, they say she ain't ugly. People, niggas be saying she ain't ugly. This ain't nothing. They be saying she look like Rihanna. Man, be like goddamn Brianna. Rihanna. Watch out. Oh, man. She look like Rihanna. Long ass, bullshit ass wig, skinny shit. Goddamn, big ass head, big mouth. Man, watch out. It's crazy. Probably niggas really running around sneaking with a 2-7 hammer. I'm sure a lot of niggas in the union stuff. You know, but I be feeling like sometimes a lot of niggas like that, it'll be like, if the girl is regular, you gonna try to fuck with the girl, you know? It's just like, she got another one song, and, you know. Niggas like, oh, they hit her. Man, bitch ain't talking about nothing. I would not pursue her at all, ever. Man, watch out. Watch out. That's not man. All the shit I seen about her. I've seen a video of walking past, that big ass mouth, just like always laughing like that. She look funny. She look funny. That girl look funny, man. Who the hell? Who trying to smack this? Man, you think like Trippie Redd or some shit in trying to, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no. Trippie Redd was this girl. And she is like a super fat. Now, the crazy part about this is that he said,
Man, I knew right then. When I heard all this, I said, he want to have sex with this girl. Now, Glow bust him out like he wanted to have, he was asking her about the color of her eyes and all that. So that's kind of interesting. But at the end of the day, I ain't never seen no dude talk like this about no girl unless she turned him down or she dissed him. Salute to you. Thug, sassy, hating on blow. Salute, salute. But I ain't never seen that unless, you know what I mean, it's usually always you find out at the end of that story that the dude tried to holler and it ain't go in his favor.
No one's like you. I want you. I love you. Can you please start calling me again? I miss you. Please call me. I love you. Just call me.
Well, that's some other stuff with Thugger Thugger Girl. Y'all can go back to that page and watch the rest of it. But that's my take on the situation. I think as soon as I heard him talking about Gorilla like that, I was like, yeah, he tried to smash. Like, that definitely is a tried to smash moment that went wrong. But salute to you, Style. But he went off, and I think he got a whole different. They're gonna make sure that he isolated to nobody mess with him, because now he got the black women mad at him. There's gonna be a sector of black women pissed at him. There's Lil Durk and his crew gonna be pissed at him, and there's gonna be some guys that just they're not gonna say it, but they're gonna be like, dang, this dude do gossip a little bit too much. So people gonna kind of stay back away from him until they know what all he done said. So I think this is he done got into it with a female. He done said something to a female prosecutor or somebody down there that know or was listening to these tapes and was like, this is a way we can still get him and destroy his credibility. Because this don't look like, this ain't something that you expect out of gangster rap. I'll just say it like that. Now we got Ricky Smiley up here now. Usually I don't agree with Ricky Smiley. This is on NBA Cinema. That's the original content. And normally I don't agree with old Ricky, old Smiley, uh, because he normally misleading people. But this sounded like something personal to Ricky Smiley. This sounded like something that he was passionate about because maybe he himself has gone through it. A lot of men have gone through this situation. And ladies, you can't bash us for it. Same way some of you have gone through personal situations where you can connect with another female that may have gotten cheated on or may have gotten some hands put on them by a disrespectful, no good, low life, don't need to breathe no air, but just a little bit because God let them, son of a b. I'm going to make sure you know that I'm on y'all side, ladies. I'm making sure that y'all know I'm on y'all side. But y'all connect with these ladies through their trauma as well. So Ricky Smiley sounded like he connected with this story personally. So he gave a real good response. Through that emotion, he gave a really good response. And again, normally I don't agree with Ricky, but I'm not no hater. So when I agree with you, I'm going to agree with you. So let's hear what Ricky had to say.
The car with no good intentions, and basically what she is a baby mama. That man is obviously a good dad, obviously doing well for himself or whatever, and you turning fatherhood, trying to make fatherhood a bad experience for him because it's all about you. What a narcissist. And I don't give a damn who get mad.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Well, recently everyone saw the exchange between Brittany Renner and PJ Washington. A lot of people, felt sorry for the child because, what the child got to do with it. One person that actually totally up and blames Brittany Renner completely for the circumstance is comedian legend Ricky Smiley.
And again, I agree with Ricky, and I'll give my commentary afterwards on what I actually think. But I agree with Ricky, so let's hear what he said.
Yeah, the fact that he's showing up to pick his son up is everything. But you coming out there and antagonizing him about the baby crying or whatever. And now, what you not gonna let him get his son because the baby cried? What's the problem? So what? He crying. He'll be all right. So what? So what? And the minute he got in the car, the crying stopped. And then, but what you're doing, she's coming out there antagonizing him to make the child. And every time you antagonize the dad, the child up in this drama, because if the child, and then you walking out to the car with no good intentions, and basically what she is a baby mama. That is the definition of a baby mama. The word want. He don't want to go. He don't have any choice but to go because he has two parents, not one, two. A child don't get to choose whether he goes or not. That man is obviously a good dad, obviously doing well for himself or whatever. And you turning fatherhood, trying to make fatherhood a bad experience for him because it's all about you. What a narcissist. And I don't give a damn who get mad. Men are tired of being put up with that shit. Do what's in the best interest of the child. Do the right thing. Take the child out to the car and tell the child, why won't you comfort the child and say, hey, it's okay. We're going with daddy. You're going to have a great time. I'll see you back. You'll be fine. Or just close the door if you can't take him crying. Okay? He ain't crying blood. Blood ain't running out his eyes. So what he crying? The more he cry, the less they piss. Let him cry. But let him go be with his dad. So, you know what I'm saying? So he can toughen up. Because you damn sure can't teach him how to be a man. And women like that is absolutely disgusting. Not saying that she is disgusting, but her act and the way she behaved in the exchange of absolutely disgusting. And a lot of me decide.
Hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry about that. God, y'all streaming, guys. Stream. Better, can you please move out pauses and make topics? But again, come and say, "Oh, the baby," about her because my screen, y'all. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Because if y'all can hear me, I'm just going to start singing. Yes, a boss. Nah, I ain't going to start singing. But yeah, no, she definitely ain't going to do that to Kevin Gates because Kevin Gates said he bat holes in the mouth. See, you know, and then he done showed him one time after he punched one off the stage. And I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but she, based on Kevin Gates' actions, and he tell him, please don't make me angry, I think a lot of these women are going to respect him on a different level than they do a guy that got $90 million in extension money, that all you got to do is call his job and they'll bring him to heel. So those guys are going to always get disrespected. Police officers get disrespected. Military men, all these guys get disrespected because they have so much company policy attached to their money. And that's the worst thing you can let some of these women know. Some of these women, they'll stomp all over your manhood if they know they can control the way you eat. You know, that's just, some of y'all don't believe it, but I know, I'm telling you, it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird how in the streets, the police officers got the highest domestic violence situations. And I think I kind of, well, I ain't going to say that because that's what got Stephen A. Smith fired. Yeah, that's what got Stephen A. Smith fired back in the day. saying one thing about women got him fired. So I don't want to get fired. So I ain't going to say it. I'm just going to put the thing back up that we were watching. Let me find it. Because I agree with Ricky Smiley up until that point that he wanted to try to be nice to the lady. Well, the whore. But I don't think she's a lady. I think it's child abuse. We need to start calling it what it is. I think it's child abuse when a woman like this put their kids in danger and have encounters like that to where you cussing out the father and he cussing you out. That's where these kids learn all this bad language. If you want to know why this kid is going to know how to say all the cuss words he don't need to know how to say, is because look, he been hearing it since a baby. Mama and daddy been fighting since before this boy can walk. Mama and daddy out there calling each other everything but the child of God. And by the time this boy gets school age, it's going to get worse because she bitter as I don't know what. This woman talking about your son only got $11,000 in his account. Lady, who you been dating? You must have only been dating basketball players because most men do not have $11,000 in their account. Most men that see you still been sleeping with all the 1%, you still give it to the hood niggas because you don't know yourself. You just give it to anybody. Brittany and your mama don't sound no different because she shouldn't be nowhere around you. That what I'm saying. It's a lot. Listen, I'm gonna say this. It's not a lot of bad women. It's a lot of women. It can't go a day without. Their mama can comment about their husband and don't be cheering on in that conversation. You raise 2 foot. If this in the 50s and 60s with goddamn just take his finances off your nappy, you know what? I really want to go in on this topic. But if a man could take his finances off you and wipe his hands away from you, you will really see what your market value is. But see, what happens is you dirty stunts can actually take a man's money and then run off and get a nigga that actually do nothing for you on this man's dime. So it gives you this illusion. Your mic get messed up when you start talking about black women. I didn't say a woman's color. See what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all always want to put a color on every goddamn thing. I ain't say a woman's color. I ain't say nothing about no woman's color. This apply to all goddamn out-of-pocket female. Because a lot of y'all not out of pocket, but if it don't apply, let it fly. and stop trying to apply a color to what the hell I'm saying. Nigga went straight into, oh, you talking about black women. Shit, I'm talking about everybody. Shit, I'm talking about no good niggas. There's gonna be some no good niggas still 60 years old talking about they gonna find some love because they was a player too long. Yeah, the nigga hurried up and just put that black woman tag on it so nobody don't want to hear it. Ain't that about a biatch? That's a shame that you think black women don't want to hear nothing. Yeah, I'm on my best behavior style. I'm trying to told you, they trying to flag me out here. But I'm still gonna get my message across without hurting nobody's feelings. And the person that get their feelings hurt only gonna get their feelings hurt because it applied to them. But you know good foot draggers that always gotta call your mama every time your boyfriend say something to you, you'll cry and tell your sister and your mama. It's you that can't stand alone and be a lady. Because if you're going to tell everything your husband do, then you need to let your mama and your sister get in the bed with them then. Because obviously you can't handle them by yourself since you got to talk to everybody about them. Because it's supposed to be your husband. It's supposed to be your situation to deal with. It ain't everybody's business. It ain't Facebook business. And no one gives a fuck on Instagram or YouTube. Let me put that disclaimer out. I'm going to say it one more time and hopefully I don't get flagged. No one gives a fuck about your relationship on Instagram or YouTube. When I was out there in the world, soon as you girls started talking about your relationship, I knew that wherever girls trip you go on, I'm going to try to be close to that city. Because I know once you get in those girl trips, you're going to be dumb. You're going to be having some drinks. You're going to be shaking that big old booty in the club. And I just want to be close to when you getting them back. I don't got to be the right guy. I just got to be the right now guy. I just got to be right there in the right place at the right time. And most of you are sexing the right there at the right time guy. And I know exactly how to be there at the right place and at the right time. All I got to do is wait on your boyfriend, your husband, or your any band to fuck up. And then you going to go out there and give somebody some free panoche. You know you is. You've been waiting to do it. You've been waiting on that nigga to mess up. You've been threatening him. You already told him what nigga you going to mess up with if he mess up. So don't ask me why men ain't out there getting married that quick. They don't want their girl to be the for right now, in the right place, right time girl. When she get in her feelings. Yeah, I done been that for a lot of people. The right now, the right place at the right time guy, because you out here thotting with your homegirl. You ain't thinking about no relationship. You got all these rules and stipulations on the guy that you want to be with. But when you in that mood that you want to turn up with them friends, you don't care nothing about no stipulations or no rules. So that's why men, a lot of us stay single so we can catch you when we at the right place at the right time for you to turn up. Talking about like TJX did him. Boy, y'all ain't shit. Boy, y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. But listen, man, back to Brittany Renner and Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley, I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish. But Brittany Renner, I think you're the scum of the earth. I think you're a child abusing this child. I think this kid can have a great life and grow up and live in peace and live in great neighborhoods and go to private school and have a father that can teach him his craft if you just shut up and get out of the way. Outside of pushing this boy out, you really don't have much to offer him. Think about it. What do you have to offer your son other than you slept with the right man this time? Outside of that, you really don't have much to offer this kid. So you can go out and get you a new man because that's what you really need. And you trying to clean up your life. PJ seemed to be more stable. My suggestion is you give him the baby more full time and you come and visit. Because he has something that he can teach this boy that can last him a lifetime. I can't think of what you have to offer this kid that's going to teach this young man that he can raise another family and do what his daddy did. And I know that may sound harsh to some, but what do you have that you could teach this boy? You just came out of a situation where you wanted to be a Muslim and that didn't work out for you. You still in the mode of trying shit. And his father is stable. He ain't trying stuff. He's married. He just got a $90 million extension. You need to give that boy to his daddy before you ruin him and sour that relationship. And what is he going to have to offer the world being a big overgrown boy who is got daddy issues in the world? We don't need another one of those. A judge should see the way you behaved just a minute ago and said a child should be with a parent that will seamlessly allow the other one to co-parent. That's who the child should be with. Because a kid is going to cry when it goes to the doctor, and you're going to still make that kid visit the doctor. A kid is going to cry the first day of school. What are you going to do? Say, hell no, my kid ain't going to learn? Like Brittany, you got to grow. You got to educate yourself. It should be a lot of women pulling you by your ear and making you grow the hell up. You too immature for this kid. Because this is stupid. The first day of school, by your logic, you're going to snatch this kid out of school because guess what? This kid is going to cry for mama. Soon as you try to drop this baby off at daycare, this baby going to cry for you. So if this baby going to never be able to do nothing in life when it start crying, and this is how the world gets pussified. This is how you pussify the world. By somebody can't handle a baby crying. This is not practical in real life. In real life, there's going to be many times your child cry. But you're going to have to be able to coach that child through that. And like Ricky Smiley said, how come you as a mother wasn't there to comfort that kid and let the kid know it's okay? This is your father. Maybe put your arm around PJ. Let him know that y'all created this kid together and that you are encouraging this relationship instead of out there yelling, making this kid think it's supposed to get turned up too. And that's why I don't think you have nothing to offer this kid, because what you were supposed to offer, you didn't. You were supposed to comfort that child because that's still his daddy. You didn't do that. You didn't do none of your motherly shit that you were supposed to do. You stood out there and you tried to show out for Instagram. You tried to have an exposure moment, like, his daddy don't even want to be with his daddy. Of course he don't want to be with his daddy when he's been with you, used as a pawn in your little court game. Where was this boy at the whole time when you was out running around with Kevin Gates being subservient anyway? Where was the boy at? With you? Why wasn't he with his daddy? Now this kid getting to see that you don't respect his father. So how is he going to grow up to respect his father? And you wonder why the neighborhood is getting blown up and shot up. Kids are growing up being taught no respect for male authority. She has no respect for her child to not do that in front of him. So that's going to break down the respect that kid is going to have for him. My daddy don't run nothing. Shit, my mama run everything. When she say no, I can't see my daddy, it's no. So you got everything backwards in our community, and then you wonder why these boys don't listen. We still got to take the blame when we could see what the hell is going on. Our authority is not respected by anybody. How in the hell are we going to have a community where the thing that's supposed to provide the protection and the authority is being respected by no one? Soon as the court system saw this woman behaving like that, there should be a court task force. This is why our streets are so crazy, because these kids are being raised in emotional homes like this. And immediately there should have been something done. This kid don't need to go to CPS. This kid got a father who is married, who has a stable home environment, who just got a $90 million extension. Why does he have to fight and wrestle with a woman? And you want to talk about keep fighting my ass. This is trauma. He should pay her out and walk away from this shit. His kid will be better served not having to deal with this emotional trauma every time he come to pick up his kid every 2 weeks. And this is what y'all want men to go through. Instead of women saying, look, this is a problem. This is one of our biggest problems. We're raising our daughters, and then our sons are being raised emotional and being raised to hate men, the very thing that can teach them something and how to be a man. They're being raised to hate that. So how can they be respectful when they hate authority? How can they listen to a white cop when they won't even listen to their black daddy? If mama been calling the daddy a PA nigga, then what you think the son gonna call him? What you think the son gonna feel about any male? They're not used to no men talking to them no type of way. They're used to women. The only time some of these kids are having an encounter with a man is to punish them. Is that what you want kids to think, that a man is only there to punish them? You only want to call daddy when it's done gone too far. And this little 13 to 15-year-old don't listen to nobody no more. Now it's, you better call the daddy and come get him. You better come deal with this boy. Oh, no. I was trying to tell you I need to deal with this little joke at 5. Now you talking about 13, 14. This is a whole nother animal here. This boy got testosterone now. I was trying to kick his drawers in his ass before that hit. I was trying to tell you. You ain't want to listen. You know every damn thing. Now you want me to deal with a fucking ticking time bomb. A little thing that got all this testosterone, all this bad attitude, and he thinks like a woman. Now I got to deal with him and try to remold him as a man, huh? Risking my life. Because at that point, it's risking your goddamn life. These are ticking time bombs where you don't. That's like having a dog. Imagine having a pit bull in your yard. I'm not trying to say your kid is like a pit bull, but we all are mammals, and anything that's untrained, there's trained and untrained. There's civilized and uncivilized. And right now we got some uncivilized ass people. Imagine having a dog in your yard that you never showed how to behave. And then just turn that dog loose into a dog park. Don't y'all hate when an untrained dog come into the dog park biting on everybody's goddamn dog? It kind of destroys the ebb and flow of the dog park, don't it? And that's what the hell y'all releasing out in these communities. People that hadn't been trained and hadn't been showed how to behave. You can't use daddy as a battering ram, because before daddy can train, daddy got to love first. Daddy got to be able to love up on the little boy in his earlier years, show him how to get up when he fall, show him that he care before he just go there and be a hammer and just beat on a son. A son will reject that and overthrow the daddy at some point. Yeah, I won't be used as no motherfucking battering ram. If you not gonna let me raise this little boy and you think you got a better option, then go ahead. But just take the blame for it now. See, this is what's wrong with a lot of people. They want to teach a child something. They want to raise them up and that child grow up with learned behavior. And then when that child don't meet a certain standard in the world of how a man is supposed to be, when it ain't about their education no more, because see, you got some educated boys, and when that shit work when they're in school. It worked when they're in high school. Yeah, my son educated. It worked when he going through college for 8 goddamn years just to get a regular degree. But when he get out of school, and ain't nobody talking about his education, and everybody just judging him how he deal with problems, how reliable he is, how well spoken he is. Do you trust him? Is he a sneaky gossiping son of a? Do he give back what he owed? Is he a man? When he's judged on that right there, that's when they tend to run into problems. That's when they want to blame the daddy then. Because you can't take the grades and shit gonna be over. That's just one fraction of their life. That's just one small part of their life. What is your son like as a man, as a young boy? And that's what we missing. But let's keep going with this video real quick.
And they just say, hey, I'll just see the child when they get 18. And then when they turn 16, and you and your mama babied the child to death, and now the child's 16 and become entitled, soft, and don't have no spine or whatever, because he ain't been around no man or whatever. Yeah, you need to go with your daddy. You need to go with your daddy. Hey, come get him. I can't do nothing with him. That's what's going to happen. If you decide that, hey, let me just go and pay you every month, and because I'm not going to put up with that or whatever. So that's crazy. That's insane for you to do that during his visitation, his time with the child, for you to put on a show. and come out to the car to antagonize. You didn't have no good reason to come to the car. You had no business going to that car. When he picked that child up at the door, you should have gave him that child and you should have closed the door and went on about your damn business. That's some stupid ass, weak ass shit you did. I don't give a damn who get mad. We sick of that. We sick of that. There's a lot of good dads out here trying to do right, trying to do the right thing. You're always talking about a deadbeat dad and shots, but then you bring up the money. So now it's about money. And that's what it's about. He got $11,000 in his bank account. That's more than most kids have. That's more than most kids have. What did you do to deserve $100 and whatever $1,000? What did you do to deserve it? Where do you work? Where's your job? You and your mama. Why y'all ain't at work? Ain't the fuck out of here.
Now, Ricky Smiley, obviously extremely hot about the whole situation. And, you know, it's no lie. You know, what he's saying is absolutely correct. There's two parents, no matter what you and PJ.
And I want to touch on this point right here. She had a baby with an NBA player, right? So an NBA player can't have the same old schedule as everybody else. That's why you get all that money in child support. So, and an NBA player is willing to fly their son or send somebody with him to go get his son. So you have to be flexible with an NBA player. A lot of these women can't handle the maturity that it takes. He's going to have a different girl. He's an NBA player. He's going to have another one that look like you in a millisecond, if that's what he's looking for. Or he can get a girl that don't look nothing like you. But he has options, is what I'm saying. And it takes a mature person to be able to help work around that schedule. Don't try to highlight the worst parts of it and say, oh, he can't be here. You finally decided to show up. It's not like he's deciding his own schedule. You know this. You're going to have to meet him on the road sometime. You can't be chasing around Kevin Gates. You're going to have to allow his wife to come pick up the son. You're going to have to work with him a little bit in order for this kid to be able to have a great co-parenting situation. It can't be you trying to make a fake point when we all know that this man is on a championship caliber team. He's going to be playing basketball for 10, 11 months out of the year. You know, 10 months out of the year, he's gone. So are you going to make it a situation where when he wants to see his kid, when he has 3 or 4 days off, are you going to be the mom that's going to be bitter and make it hard for him to see his kid in those 3 or 4 days? Are you going to be the mom that say, okay, when it's a West Coast swing and you're out here near me or I'm near you, I'll be there for the whole 2 weeks that you're home. And I'll stay in a hotel, or you guys, you and your wife can have them for those 2 weeks that y'all are at home. And then I'll come get them when you go on the road. You got to work with this man. Or why did you have a kid by him? Just to collect the money? Because that's what it seems like, that you only had a kid by this man to collect the money. Because there's no reason to complain about his schedule when you're supposed to be working with his schedule. You're the one with no job. That's the reason why the court said you deserve so much money. You don't have a stability, or you didn't have it before he came around, allegedly. At least not on this level. So you're supposed to be working with him. You're supposed to be presetting these dates a year in advance. His schedule is already set. We all can look up online and know where PJ Washington is going to be. I can go online and see how many home games PJ Washington have in Dallas and say, damn, PJ Washington going to be in Dallas for 9 days. If I can do that, then she can do that. So you can set the schedule before the season even starts. These 9 days, you can get them. Oh, this holiday for Christmas, you can get them, or do you want them? Okay, I want them for that holiday. You can have them for Thanksgiving. That's how you work it out without all this drama and bringing the internet to your problem. We know you can't work out nothing mature that, because it wouldn't need a camera to do something like that. That's what adults supposed to do. The only time these sickos bring a camera is when they trying to disrespect a goddamn man. When you trying to belittle, shame, or disrespect a man, you always bring a camera. But this just backfired on you. This man leveled up and just got $90 million. You just lost your husband. And you back out here talking about, I'm ready to ride up to Malibu, find me a man. When you find a man, you still ain't going to know what to do with him. because to me, you're halfway slow. You think them looks gonna be forever, but you should have made a deal with PJ or somebody. You should have listened. Kevin Gates, not Kevin Gates, if Kevin Samuels would have stayed alive a little bit longer, he would have been telling you, you ain't got much longer. You better make a deal. You done lost a man with 90 million. You done lost another millionaire. You keep losing millionaires. There ain't many gonna be millionaires coming up. You better check the history books. You don't just keep running into millionaires. I need to find me a woman that's a millionaire. I want to know what it's like to have sex with a millionaire. I need a woman that's a millionaire. I need to find me a millionaire too.
A relationship, the fact that it failed, there is absolutely no reason. Like, it's a two-parent, so the child, whether it cries or not, on the exchange, the child was fine once the child got in the car. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times the child may be feeding off the mother's energy. If the mother's all antsy and don't really want to give up the child and all this, like that's put on the child, and that's sad. You know what I'm saying? That is a very sad situation. He's not lying. Like, I'm going to play the video with the audio so you can actually hear the exchange if you haven't already.
Okay, hold on, pause. This is what we're not doing. So every time that he does this, I'm going to record this. Because that's not okay. No, the thing is, this is the third time he's done it. This is the third time he's done it. He doesn't want to go with you. So actually show up and do something then with him. Because he does this every time. No, it's not. No, it's not. It ain't because anybody babies him. You gonna give him his bag and stuff?
That's terrible. 3 weeks in a row.
And it's up with me. Just know that it's up.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I didn't stutter.
I didn't hear you say it again.
Suck my dick.
If you had one, maybe I would. Pussy ass
Hey, you
bitch.
wish I would.
Pussy ass. What the fuck you looking at? Get your bitch ass out my driveway, hoe.
Shit.
Fuck you. You don't pay for shit either. $170,000 to your hoe, but $11,000 in your son's bank account. $11,000 in your son's bank account, but $170 for that bitch. Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Come on.
I mean,
Oh man. First of all, that's two things I gotta say now. PJ, you still done fucked up. You got another duck. Because the girl that's in the passenger seat, you already won. Don't argue with this heifer. The only thing you could do is go down by arguing with this heifer. And what if she drag you or they jump you in the front yard, or you win the fight and now she get another bag off y'all. She sue you, which ultimately is suing him. No, you don't be the aggressor. You just sit there and chill. You shouldn't even come if that's the way you gonna handle the situation. You see this woman being irate, you stay classy so that it looks like you're the more stable home for the child. That would have been great to see you stay quiet and chill on camera and don't engage in the cursing, so that he could have went to court and said, because that's going to take away from PJ too. The whole SMD, yeah, I know I would have wanted to say that, and right now I don't got no job, so I could say that. But if I was in the NBA, I wouldn't have told her the SMD. I just signed. He might have would have signed for goddamn 120 million if he had said SMD. You never know. In today's world, that just take away from you, especially if you got a job. So no, he shouldn't have said SMD, and she should have kept it cool and classy. So that way, I would have took that video and took it straight to the courtroom. Look at these encounters that I'm having. This is child abuse for my son. This is mental abuse. This kid don't need. Why do I have to keep putting my money into a household to allegedly have a safe environment for my son when this is the environment that he got to live in? I'm already married. Allow me to raise my own son without this woman, and she can come visit. That's what I would have been saying. I've been like, ho, baby. Because I wouldn't have never said SMD so that I can get up out of there. Look here, a kid is going to cry. I'm up out of this thing. That's you. You just trying to get up in the mix. You trying to find any reason to have an encounter with me. And I would have kept it pushing. And my wife, if you up in that coveted position as my wife, you need to chill the fuck out. You don't put your hands on nobody first. You gonna help them get to the bag. Are you crazy? You don't see me moving like that. I ain't thinking about hitting her. I ain't thinking about even tongue wrestling with her. Shit, I'm only arguing with a person that I'm having relationships with. I don't even want to argue with no broad I ain't having sex with. No, it's over with. I say what I say. That's probably why I don't get along. I don't get along with you if you're emotional. Because if I ain't having sex with you, I ain't got too much to talk for you. What we talking for? What we got to argue about? I'm just trying to figure out, what do we have to argue about? You're not emotionally attached to me. I'm not emotionally attached to you. What the hell? If we can't have a conversation, then we need to not even talk. Because I'm only arguing with a woman I'm having sex with. I'm sorry.
And then to have, someone else there with you, antagonizing, the only dialogue, if any, needs to be between Brittany and PJ. That's their child. No matter who you talk to and told, they don't need to be chiming in because that's not their child. So you call it, that's disrespectful for the child. You know what I'm saying? That's just disrespectful. Then
PJ looked like a smooth player in this situation. It looked like he just messed up. It looked like he just got a Instagram thought pregnant, and she's still, tearing up her life. Some women love being able to push our buttons. Yes, they do. I think all women love to have that power over you. You just can't allow them to have it. There's a lot of power in being a woman. These niggas will kill you for that snatch they got down there, boy. I'm trying to tell you. But there's some women out there that have done some crazy things too over men. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, you can't let no Instagram thought like this could potentially take you down. You already gotta forever be attached to whatever dumb stuff that she do. And I don't know why some people look at it like that. I don't think he should look at it like that. This just his ex. Everybody got an ex. You just had a kid. It is what it is. But she out here doing what she do, destroying her reputation, and he gotta listen to this person. This the person. It'll be hard for me to respect this chick, boy. I'd be like, I gotta listen to you. You little. Have y'all looked at some of her videos and some of the things that she confessed to? Like, man, ain't no way. I'd be like, man, if you don't get out my face. But not with my cheese on the line. With my cheese on the line, I know how to keep quiet. Kid was confused. Oh yeah, the kid was confused. The kid was just being a kid. The kid is more familiar with the mother because he spent more time with the mother. That's simple as that. Once the kid get more familiar with pops, and most little boys are mama's boys anyway, and dads are correcting some of the behaviors that you gotta encourage, that he protects and that he corrects. A good woman encourages that. They don't stop him from doing it, because that boy will grow up wanting to be just like you. And if that's what you want now, if you want a son that's growing up to want to be just like you, then you can manipulate your kid to do so. But if you don't, if you want him to be like his father and his father is right there, then you encourage those corrections because you want him to be able to move around amongst men. You don't want him to be like you. And the only thing you hanging your hat on until he becomes an adult and realize something is off is that you hanging your hat on that he's smart and he's educated. Well, it's more to life than just being smart and educated. I can tell you that. You know why these women are so upset? Because they got men that can't make no decisions. Well, they've been raised by women that been oftentimes it was hard for them to make decisions. They wasn't raised up around men that had to make decisions and stand on the fact that if it worked out, you take the praise, and if it don't work, you take the goddamn whatever come with that. Because sometimes you don't get praise for what you thought was going to be a good thing. Sometimes you got egg on your face and you got to say, damn, even though I meant well, the outcome was this. So You got to apologize. And sometimes that's hard for everybody to do. That's hard for everybody to do. Fuck what you meant. What was the turnout? What was the outcome?
His wife, you know what I'm saying? A hoe. I mean, that's tacky, man. And you know what it feels like? If I can be completely honest with you, it feels like an audition to try to get on some kind of Basketball Wives, because you know Britney's probably hitting a little bit hard times right now. She, you know, she went from, you know, Instagram model and doing all this, and you know, to then she turned into, you know, a quick little housewife for PJ, but then she got out of that, went right back out into the Instagram model phase and did a blitz going around, you know, doing interviews and stuff. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the fascination with her at all. You know what I'm saying? It's really sad. It's like it's really sad. And she's one that, you know, then she wanted to go Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Like she played that game a little while where she was Muslim and even dating Kevin Gates. But now on the other side of that, now that her and Kevin Gates are no longer together, she seems like she's completely back outside. Meanwhile, PJ's wife, I mean, she obviously she sees how happy they are. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, what they see online, because that's all they have to go off. They see them with their children that they had together, and you know, there's no drama. But they see them with their children that, or you know, what they see on.
What the holy hell? This is your wife? Oh my God. Man, you in trouble. You in real big trouble. Your wife is coming outside like this, and you got your hands around her back and on her side when she outside like this, and you think this is your wife. Okay. Well, okay then. Okay then. Also, Brittany put PJ in a bad situation by disrespecting him in front of his wife. Yeah, but that might be his wife. All right. Oh shit! I'm on her Instagram. Lord have mercy, them titties is out. I mean, them breast seeds. Man, this is your wife. Let me see all these breast seeds and stuff online. Oh my lamb. Now see, if I was a heathen, this would make me DM your wife. This is why it's hard for these people to stay married. Because this woman dressing the way she's dressing, she gonna have Drake DM her ass. Watch what I tell you. All these girls be dressing like this and they be like, what? I can't, ain't no celebrity. I ain't gonna never see Drake. Man, Drake will DM your ass. All you gotta do is have a son to play basketball. Drake gonna DM you and come catch you at the gym, at the game. Allegedly, I think I snap. Then he gonna sing a song to you, you ain't gonna be able to deal with it. But man, her Instagram is quite revealing. Lord have mercy. Jesus. Well, I just need to watch your wife page. Just swimsuit after breast to see shot. Man, what does this marriage consist of? Just cars and swimming? No wonder these girls don't want to get married for real. They be looking at these girls' Instagram and think this is what marriage is. Just laying out in bikinis. This fake ass marriage, laying out in bikini. I don't offer a life like that, goddamn. I'm gonna want some steak and I want you to cook it. Shit, I'm gonna want some goddamn breakfast. This nigga offering up a life where all she got to do all day is take pictures and show goddamn camel toe shots all day. Boy, your wife turning me on right now. And it ain't my fault. Don't get mad. Don't call it disrespectful because I'm a man. And she up here turning me the hell on. All she got is camel toe shots and jewelry and bags and clothes and bathing suits. I'm hating. I'm just looking at the Instagram. That's not hating. You stay hating on me. I said his wife turning me on. That's what I'm supposed to say. She's a very attractive woman. That's why I'm not supposed to see all what I'm seeing. I'm getting turned on because she's showing it. I'm not getting turned on because I ain't seeing something. I'm a man. I like what I see. She got them tatas out. She got all the booty out. I've seen this girl undergarments. That was shameful back in the day for somebody to show their bustier back in the day. Now this woman walking around in her underwear. This is underwear on the screen. This is somebody's wife walking around in their underwear. I'm just saying. Oh, look at my subscribers hating. Man, I make these niggas sub up the hate. Hey, look here. This is how you know you a boss. You make these niggas sub up the hate. Hey, subscriber. Hey, subscriber. How you doing? PJ gonna be the next person to say something to me. He got every right to. I'm saying something to him. Shit. He can get mad. I'm just gonna hit him with logic. Your wife is naked. It's not my fault. You the one let her put up her titties on Instagram. What? It's not my fault you let her do that. And I know some people gonna say let her, yeah, because being married is a choice. You chose to marry a woman that wanted to do this. I'm gonna choose to marry a woman that don't enjoy showing her body to every goddamn man in the world, because I don't appreciate that. So my wife is not gonna get nothing out of it unless she's looking for something out of it. Because the only thing you get out of that is a hard time. And I would hope that my wife ain't looking for a hard time unless I'm around. Because that's all she gonna get is a hard time. Dressing like this ain't gonna do nothing but get you more attempts. More niggas gonna say, shit, what up though? They not gonna give a damn about your marriage. Chris Brown got a song. She said, but you know I got a man. And Chris Brown said, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, Chris Brown tell you he don't give a goddamn. And no other man do either. If your wife is gonna let them treat them like a side chick or whatever else, they'll treat them just like any other side chick. Because most of them market themselves to be side chicks while they in a marriage. What in the world would encourage you to dress like that? Do you think that's making your man feel like a king? No, you done tricked this nigga into thinking this is what manhood is, not caring that your girl walking around here half naked. No, I'm not gonna say nothing because I'm a secure man. Yeah. I'm not gonna say nothing about my wife being half naked and you seeing her panties because I'm a secure man. Oh, you secure then? Well, okay, let's keep testing that security then. Let's see how good I do it compared to you do it, and let's see if you secure enough to keep doing it with her every night then. Sis, let's just keep testing your security since you so secure. Crazy ass man. Don't no man think like that. Nigga, this is my truck. This is my toy. And damn it, if you leave me in the playpen, I'm going to fight the other babies to try to get all the toys in this mother truck. Without my mama teaching me to share, I'm taking every toy in this motherfucker. That's how us men are designed. I'm tired of y'all trying to redesign us and shit. That's the way we was designed. We not supposed to be all this, everybody can get your toy. Everybody can see what you got. What the hell? What's wrong with you? How a woman supposed to feel love if you don't get mad about nothing she do? A lot of women will tell you, I appreciate my mama and my daddy now that I understand it. I understand what they was trying to do for me, what they protected me from. Yeah, so a man supposed to object to some shit. You niggas too nice. You niggas don't object to nothing. But boy, this nigga wife, ooh, he let her wear all this shit. Hey, I need to write a letter. My future wife, if you want to dress like this, keep walking. I need to go to her Instagram. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to play the rest of this. I'm going to show her Instagram. Y'all got to see what I see. Because if this is what the new age marriage is, I don't want no motherfucking wife. She don't want, what the hell? I'm just advertising my wife for the next nigga. That what it looked like her Instagram is all about, advertising for the next nigga. I'm sorry to say it.
Line, because that's all they have to go off. They see them with their children that they had together, and there's no drama between. I can say that between PJ and his wife Alicia. Like there's no drama online.
And I've already seen
it. Like they just enjoy it.
right, well, I won't show it then, 'cause I don't want to get flagged. Beautiful one say, Kwame, no. Man, I encourage everybody to go see this goddamn Instagram. Man, Lord have mercy. I don't know what else. Like, everybody thinking the same thing about his wife that's a man. This is crazy. Something is supposed to be for you sacred. Where is the sacredity of the union? If I can just go on here and pretty much see damn near everything he see. I'm just saying. Hell yeah. I'm a man that express line of love. See, niggas think just because they get married that their wife just get ugly. No, your wife's still fine. And based on the way she show all her body and all that, us men judge the way we think she respect you. That's why she shouldn't do that. You getting judged amongst men. And we not gonna think that's your girl if she's showing all this shit to us. What makes that your girl if I get to see everything you get to see? I'm just saying, that's the way a lot of us are wired. How is that your girl? Shit, you can keep your girl covered, and there's some men that be like, shit, nigga, I just think you a lame, so nigga, I can just take your girl. So let alone if you walking around here like that. Like, Jesus. Subscriber, man. Where is that we at? My subscriber hating on me like this, man. This man, hold on, he say, bro, brain is fried. Where is this my subscriber at, man? There you go. Yes, man. My brain fried, but you a subscriber. Man, you had to subscribe to me to say this, boy. Shout out to my new subscriber. Appreciate you, bro.
One another. She recently, bought him a Rolls Royce, SUV, and then, he's always, they're on vacation. You know what I'm saying? He's always pampering her, surprising her with different things. Listen, if you see that online and you feel like you fumbled because you don't know how to check your own self, I don't know what the issue was within their relationship, so I don't even pretend to know why Brittany and PJ broke up to begin with. But if you see someone else with that same person and it looks like they're working out, then it's proof that, maybe you just want the right one for that person. And maybe they want the right one for you. But the fact that you're still, creating this kind of drama, like, it's just really sad, man. It's really sad. But let me know what you guys think.
Got him. Hey, boy, look here. I got you to do exactly what I wanted you to do. You said, I'll unsubscribe when the show is over, bruh. Don't get too happy. So you proved my point, dummy. You only subscribing because you gotta listen to me and you gotta subscribe up the chat. That take an extra level of hate, boy. God, dog, I run you, boy. You can't just say, you know what, I don't rock out with this nigga like that. I'm just gone. You make sure you will sub up and unsub just to talk to me, boy. You love me, boy. This make you look so emotional and stupid. You think I'm dumb. You think I'm all this. But you go sub up and unsub just to talk to me. And God, to be more careful. Gotcha. You so emotional. I'm going to keep subbing up and unsubbing up. Every time I got my computer around, I'm going to make a subscribers only live. So you got to sub up again. The next time I might make your dumb ass have to wait 5 minutes since you want to sub and unsub. Your emotional ass. I can't stand him. I do like him. I don't like him. I'm going to sub up to talk to him. I'm going to unsub because I'm mad at him. But I'm going to sub back up as soon as he goddamn put the thing on subscribers only again. Man, you going with your bad self. You gone, girl. God, no. New age niggas, boy. I tell you. I'm going to stick around and tell them how mad I am. I'm so mad with you, Kwame. I'm so disappointed. Yeah, I just want to chat disrespectful stuff all day to you. It make me feel so good. And I'm educated. That's one of the educated mama boys right here. Nigga can't go off and do nothing manly. Manly shit is just saying, you know what, nigga, I don't fuck with you no more. And go on about your business. You steady telling me you don't like me. I get the point. I got you, dog. You don't. I'm not your cup of tea, bro. I'm not the cognac that you like. You like vodka. Cool. Go drink vodka. But you steady coming over here every day with your insult, boy. You done seen your mama do that to your daddy every day. Your daddy a lame. Your daddy a dummy. Your daddy a this. And now you doing me like you done raised up to see, boy. I don't know this for sure, but this is what's giving you those type of vibes. You giving those vibes that you saw your mama badger a man all day, and you trying to badger me. And I don't appreciate that now. If you don't like me, go on now. This is a go on channel. You know what I'm saying? Go on. All right. We going on to the next story, man. We going on to the story of, we got some people that like to mock God, and God ain't sleep. So the first person that mocked God was Kathy Griffin. And I just want to show y'all what happened to people that play with God. God ain't sleep. God is not sleep. Let this be a lesson to people who mock the Lord. Because they were once on top. And now, not so much. This is on Aaron, what is this, Aaron Page? This is on Aaron's page. This is on Aaron Page page. This is on Aaron Page's page. This information, original content, is on Aaron Page. You can use that as a drop. Yeah. Let's go. Because they think God's asleep, but let's show them that he not. Because this woman right here, I don't know if y'all remember this redhead right here, but she don't look the same. No. She don't think the same. She don't look the same. She don't act the same. But when she was on top, when she was making that money, that moolah make them think, money make them all change. Like Lil Boosie say, money make them all change. So when they getting that money, they change up and they think they can talk and act crazy when they getting that money, right? But watch what happened when they let that money fool them into thinking that that's their new God. Watch this, y'all.
She won an award, and she took it upon herself to get on stage and completely mock the name of Jesus in a way that I have not seen live on TV, okay? And ever since she's done this, her life has been a complete hell, okay? From losing her job and her career to battling with lung cancer, although she never smoked, and also getting a divorce and many other things, okay? I want to show y'all this because I thought this was crazy, and this just goes to show that when God says he will not be mocked, he absolutely means he will not be mocked, okay? Let's hop into this video, watch it, and react to it. Before we do me a quick favor. Hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm so that this video can reach more people like yourself. I truly appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and hop in.
A lot of people come up here and they thank Jesus for this award. I want you to know that no one had less to do with this award than Jesus. He didn't help me a bit. If it was up to him, Caesar Milan would be up here with that damn dog. So all I can say is, suck it, Jesus. This award is my God now.
God will not be mocked. Whatever you sow, that's what you're going to reap. God will not be mocked. In 2007.
I want y'all to hear that again for the people way in the back. She said, this is my God now. She said, God ain't have nothing to do with this. And she said, this is my God now. So yeah, that's your God now, huh? We're going to see what happens when you don't have the protection of God.
A lot of people come up here and they thank Jesus for this award. I want you to know that no one had less to do with this award than Jesus. He didn't help me a bit. If it was up to him, Caesar Milan would be up here with that damn dog. So all I can say is, suck it, Jesus. This award is my God now.
God will not be mocked. Whatever you sow, that's what you're going to reap. God will not be mocked. In 2007, at the Emmy Awards, Kathy Griffin won an award. When she went up to give her speech, she mocked Jesus. She blasphemed Jesus Christ. God will not be mocked. After she did that, she did not land a role or anything like that for the next 6 years after that. And even now, like life, hey, God will humble you real quick. God will show you that he is not to be mocked, and he will not be mocked. Look at them. Come on, bro. You better quit playing. You reap what you sow. Anybody that ever blasphemed Jesus Christ, it did not end right for them. It did not end good for them. But everything got worse and worse and worse. Be trying to joke about Jesus Christ, but in the end, the joke be on y'all. Jesus is not to be mocked. This lady went downhill after mocking.
Salute to you, Andre W. 20 Kwame Brown Bus Life memberships. Appreciate that, bro. But yeah, man, Jesus is not to be mocked. I don't know why they started making this a theme in Hollywood. I didn't know so many people did this. So now that so many people did this, we're going to bring it to the stage of the people who mock Jesus. And I'm going to show y'all after their life after mocking Jesus, because a lot of these celebrities have done it. But salute to you, Andre.
Jesus Christ. Just like everybody else that you see mock Jesus Christ. Everything go downhill from there. God is not to be played with. Jesus is not to be played with.
He's absolutely right, man. And man, to even have the boldness to go on stage after winning an award and you're in front of a lot of people in the crowd, but then you're in front of America and the rest of the world, and you take that opportunity to mock God. And now her life is a complete hell. No exaggeration. She has not landed any roles. She is banned even from Hollywood for the most part because she decided to use her hatred to post a video or post a picture about Donald Trump. I can't even show the picture because of it may get, like, YouTube may ban it, of his head, holding his head. Okay, holding his head like this. Look it up. And not only that, she got lung cancer. She had lung cancer and she never smoked. And it's not rare, but it doesn't happen that often, right? That you get lung cancer. And I believe that the lung cancer was God shedding her up. If you want to be honest, God shedding her up. You want to use the air that I give you to mock me, I'm going to shut you up. And not only that, she's getting a divorce. And I'm going to show you a video where she's speaking about that. But you can tell by just looking at her that her life is not going out the way that she thought it would.
Do you believe in anything yourself, or you're an atheist? No, I'm a complete heathen. I believe in the perpetuation of negativity and the fun that goes along with that.
Right. Listen to this lady. I'm a complete heathen. I perpetuate the fun that comes along with that. And there's some people that want to live their life like that. There's some people that think this is Bible. That there's not going to be a consequence for talking and living like this. Yeah, there's some fun that comes with that. There's a trail that you blaze of hatred too. They're trying to sway people's opinion. You should want to live like this. Look at me. I'm free. I'm fun. I'm rich. I got everything you don't have. Behave like this. That's what they do when they make a certain amount of money and they get to a certain level. But God ain't asleep.
Stuart Connectly, the son of Cliff Connectly, who's a very popular apologist and man of God, he chimed in on this video that he saw about Kathy Griffin mocking God. I want to show you guys what he had to say, because apparently he feels the same way that we all do. All right, let's check it out.
Suck it, Jesus, this award is my God now!
Not too long after receiving that award, Kathy Griffin fell into prescription drug addiction, PTSD, and even tried to unalive herself. Now, I don't know if that's God's judgment. I don't know if it's his punishment, but I do know naturally any good psychotherapist will tell you, try and fill a God-shaped hole with something like an award and it will eat you alive. Even the great atheist David Foster Wallace said that worship anything on this planet and you will die 1,000 deaths, but worship something infinite and transcendent and it will buoy you all life long. Worship the God of the universe, worship Jesus Christ, and you will have the most fulfilling life possible.
Now, look.
Hello. And I'm not going to get up here and say, whatever, but I'm going to say, hey, told you not to play with God. Hey, I told you. Everybody's been telling people don't play with God. Since I was a little bitty boy, I was always taught, don't you play with God. Your parents told you that. Don't you play with God. So just because you make some money and you get an award and you get popular, that's what they want people to idolize. Money, success, what they think is fame. And I want you to watch how these people go from talking one way. So when God intervene or God take that protection off of them, watch what they look like right after he finished with them. with all their money and good doctors.
Look, can I for certain say that it was punishment by God? I can't, because I'm not God, and I know that things happen to all of us in life. But it is kind of ironic that when people decide to mock God, all of a sudden things happen to them out of their control, things that they cannot control, even things that they did not call on themselves. And that's what I'm about to show you with this video right here about a woman named Celine Dion, who made a satanic clothing brand. And after she made that clothing brand, she got some really bad health problems. And many people believe that it's because of her having this pact with Satan and creating clothing brands for children that are demonic. So let's check it out.
And this is a shame. I want y'all to see this devil worshiping you know what, and what God allegedly did to her. Well, I think God did.
I want to show y'all what I'm talking about. Let's check this out.
Dion released this demonic children's clothing line. Her health rapidly declined. The commercial is insane. And here's where it gets a little Illuminati. People didn't know what to make of this. This looks very similar to the Illuminati eye, and why is it on her hand? Now here's some photos from the Instagram. Nothing else. These photos are for shock factor. Now you need to check out the insane commercial.
Our children, they are not really our children, as we are all just links in a never-ending chain that is life. For us, they are everything. But in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose.
Now, would you look at this witch? Would you look at this coat? She blows some type of dust that is symbolic, and all the kids got this dust on them all of a sudden. Let me let y'all go back and see the symbolism in this.
Links in a never-ending chain that is life. For us, they are everything. But in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. We miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will always be theirs to choose.
Look at this witch, y'all. But they get mad at me for saying that they after our children. They continuously go after these kids. Now they going after kids in the doggone crib. As soon as they're born. In the incubators, they're going after these kids. So what is that symbolizing? They wanted kids to take that juggernaut. But now that the mamas have taken this stuff, is there some type of DNA altering thing that's going to be in these children now? Is there going to be some type of DNA altering thing? I'm not coming up with no conspiracy theories. Anything that you put in your body that takes to your body, you know, who knows what it does? We need some scientists to look that up. But look at what it symbolizes. Look at what they just showed us. Why would you make a commercial like this? And everybody likes Celine Dion. I told y'all, it's all about who we like. And you cannot have a like or an affinity for a person so much so that you forget to live your own natural life. There's people in the world that idolize these celebrities so much as if they're going to ever be able to live like them. So this is sad. You got to watch people's behavior. You can appreciate somebody for the song that they sing or the basketball that they dribble, but you still have to watch their behavior.
I can't believe they called security. I mean, oh, come on, I'm Celine Dion. I'm not spending the night in jail. Holy shit. Dennis, relax, easy. I'm Celine Dion. Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.
What are the odds that her health declines right when this brand comes out?
That commercial is crazy demonic. That is wild. Even she said, holy, you can, I mean, there's no, you can't go back from that. Like, there is no, oh, you know, this is just art, tasteful art or distasteful art. Whatever they try to say when we always say these are demonic and they know they don't want to listen. No, pure demonic, pure devilish. And after I finish this video with y'all, I'm gonna show y'all what she had to face after doing this commercial.
Oh. And, you know, these are all paid models, but you can see in the comments, people are clearly not having it. They're calling it evil. They're calling them worshiping the devil. And she never addressed any of this. It's like it never happened.
Okay, so check out the health condition that she had after she did this clothing line and these videos. All of a sudden now she has an uncontrollable health condition that she did not even call on herself. There's nothing that she did to get it. It just happened. All right, let's check it out.
Squeeze right.
Hey girl, good job, boss.
Good. So she's still with us.
Can you give me another squeeze, boss? Thank you. Okay, good.
Her foot started spasming. A lot longer, and she did it again. Happened again.
Just putting that blood pressure cuff on me, boss.
She has a disease that nobody knows what's wrong with her. Now, I want to go back to when she was standing in that when she was standing up in that commercial, changing these kids, looking all strong, looking like a little witch. I want y'all to see how she looked. Right there, all made up. How nice she looked. We're going to go back and watch this commercial. And I want y'all to really see from the time that she blow this dust to the time that it looked like she disrespect God and God set his eyes on this lady. And look at what she going through right now. She can't even walk on her own. Don't think your money gonna save you.
The course will always be theirs to choose. I can't believe they called security. I mean, oh, come on, I'm Celine Dion. I'm not spending the night in jail. Holy shit. Dennis, relax, easy. I'm Celine Dion. Yeah, girl, and I'm Beyonce.
What are the odds that her health declines right when this brand comes out?
That commercial is crazy demonic. That is wild. Even she said, holy, you can, I mean, there's no, you can't go back from that. Like, there is no, oh, you know, this is just art, tasteful art or distasteful art. Whatever they try to say when we always say these are demonic and they know they don't want to listen. No, pure demonic, pure devilish. And after I finish this video with y'all, I'm gonna show y'all what she had to face after doing this commercial.
Oh. And you know, these are all paid models, but you can see in the comments, people are clearly not having it. They're calling it evil. They're calling them worshiping the devil. And she never addressed any of this. It's like it never happened.
Okay, so check out the health condition that she had after she did this clothing line and these videos. All of a sudden now she has an uncontrollable health condition that she did not even call on herself. There's nothing that she did to get it. It just happened. All right, let's check it out.
Squeeze Brian's hand if you can.
Hey girl, good job, boss.
Good. So she's still with us.
Can you give me another squeeze, boss? Thank you.
Good.
Boss, you're good.
Her foot started spasming before. And I was like, it's taking a lot longer. And she did it again. Happened again.
Just putting that blood pressure cuff on you, boss. Right here with you, boss.
As for what exactly was happening to Celine's body during that scene, her physician, Dr. Amanda Paquette, tells Today.com, quote, that anxiety, that panic, that continued spasm that was not breaking, then very quickly triggered just a complete whole body spasm. This is a spasm that is occurring, and patients are aware of what's going on. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of panic. Your adrenaline's rushing.
So, ever since that commercial, This young lady is having spasms that she can feel. Her whole body is like locking up and shaking. And she can feel this stuff every step of the way. Her whole body shaking. She went from on top of the world, singing songs, doing whatever she want to do, to now she has to be helped to open out her legs and get her feet to move and her hands to move. God has something different from her than just jail. She played around in that commercial and said, I'm not going to jail, I'm Celine Dion. God said, yeah, I got something better than jail for you. You're going to be trapped inside your own body where you're going to be able to see and feel everything, and you ain't going to be able to move. You're going to be like the babies that you try to affect. We're going to turn you back into a baby, and we're going to need help from other people. And Lord knows what other people are doing to Miss Celine Dion while she's sitting there in cable. Beautiful one say, never play with God. Nope. She is basically a baby. Without someone's help, she cannot make it. She would not live. The very same people that she looked like in that commercial with that imagery that she was going after, now she's like one of them, a baby.
And I want y'all to know that the heart of us Christians, we don't post these videos and talk about these things and say, aha, look at you. It's not like that. It's like, this is the result of rebellion. This is the result of choosing to make yourself God in your life, or choosing to worship a false God or an idol or a thing over the real God, is that you do not have the grace of God over your life. You don't have the love of God in your life. You don't have the Holy Spirit in you. And to not have the Holy Spirit in you and to have a hatred towards God is scary. I know there's another verse where Paul talks about, it is a fearful thing to be at the hands of the living God. It's fearful. When his judgment comes upon you, it's fearful. But let me show you this verse right here, 2 Peter, talking about how God is patient with people. He doesn't want people to perish, and he doesn't want to punish people, but it's his judgment that he has to do this. And sometimes we think, well, why does people do evil, but things don't happen to them, right? And it's because God is giving them chances. God is being patient. But let me show y'all this. It says, above all, you must understand that in the last days, scoffers will come, scoffing and following their own evil desires. They will say, where is this coming he promised? Ever since our ancestors died, everything goes on as it has since the beginning of creation. But they deliberately forget that long ago, by God's word, the heavens came into being and the earth was formed out of water and by water. By these waters, also the world of that time was deluged and destroyed. By the same word, the present heavens and earth are reserved for fire, being kept for the day of judgment and destruction of the ungodly. It says, but do not forget this one thing, dear friends. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. So
a lot of you on borrowed time, basically. So a lot of you on borrowed time, the Lord ain't gonna wait forever. So you better get yourself right. Stop playing. Salute to that brother, Aaron Page. We got somebody else that tried to mock God. Yeah, we got a 2-for-1 special of somebody that tried to mock God. And this one is near and dear to my heart, because this ratchet slug got everybody to not like me when I spoke about him sliding down to the devil's, you know what. At the time where this guy was hot, before everybody else got on the train to not liking him, I already said I don't like him. And, I know it's not my common practice to say who I don't like and who I do like, but when you go after innocent children and try to sway the minds of innocent children because you are dealing with childhood trauma, and you are dealing with a lifestyle that you couldn't deal with because maybe somebody over Christian you or browbeat you with the Bible, so you reject it now. And I just feel like when you attack children, I think you should be able to be called out. Your lifestyle shouldn't have nothing to do with children. So here we go. I know a lot of people now that they don't follow Lil Nas X, so Hopefully you guys can stop this brainwashing of not liking somebody else for calling out this buffoonery. But I called this out a long time ago. But watch Lil Nas X and how he rebelled against the Lord himself, coming from his background that he come from.
That he mocked God. But that same moment also marked the start of a downfall almost no one saw coming. Lawsuits, backlash, and the loss of the vast majority of his fan base. And to understand why his fall was inevitable, we need to go back, not just to the church that he grew up in, but to what he believed God thought about him. Before he was known as this, he was a terrified 7-year-old in a pew. He grew up in a Christian home. His father was a gospel singer, church was routine, and sin was serious. In a Time interview, he said, "Even as a little child, I was really scared of every single mistake I may or may not have made." And this was even worse of a problem because around that same time, he started feeling something that he couldn't explain and something that he was sure would send him to hell. He said, "This is one of the main reasons why I never wanted to be gay. I even thought if I have these feelings, it's just a test, a temporary test. It's going to go away. God is just tempting me." But the feelings didn't go away, and he didn't feel like he could tell anyone, so he told God. In one of his songs he wrote, "These gay thoughts would always haunt me. I prayed God would take it from me." And this is when the tension between him and God began. He believed that as long as he had these thoughts, then he could never be loved or accepted by God, and that internal war nearly broke him. Eventually, this evolved into him having thoughts about unaliving himself, not as punishment, but as relief. And this went on for a while, until he stopped asking God to change him. And that decision would shape everything that came next. He bought the beat for $30, spent $20 on a studio session, and came out with the longest running #1 in Billboard history. It started on TikTok, where a cowboy hat and a country rap beat turned into a cultural tidal wave. His hit song Old Town Road didn't just go viral, it broke the internet. And things only got bigger when he got this guy on the remix. Billy Ray Cyrus, a country legend, and the last person anyone expected to jump on a viral meme song.
If you go to my past tweets, like 2 days after I was on, like, Twitter, please help me get Billy Ray on there. Because I was like, Billy Ray Cyrus would be perfect for this.
But when he did, the song not only transcended genres, but also generations. The song shattered records that no one thought possible. On Spotify, YouTube, Billboard, he was the most streamed artist on earth. And at the young age of 20, he was just getting started. Okay, but it was at the peak of all of this success that he made a post that could have ended everything or propelled him even further. On the very last day of Pride Month, he tweeted this. This is how he came out to the world. On Twitter, sent to millions, and the applause was instant and loud.
Did your family know you were gay?
My dad and my sister, but the same month that I came out, I told them pretty much.
Because coming out as a black gay rapper at the top of the charts, well, that took some guts. But to him, it meant more than applause. It meant that people would accept him, even if God wouldn't. Or at least, that's what he believed. Not too long later, over 600 million people watched this moment of Lil Nas X sliding down a stripper pole.
And that's why I said, oh, heck to the no. This is where I jumped off of liking this. I knew this was, he was no good for children. When I saw him slide down to the devils, you know what? They were giving Satan a lap dance. That's not art. They always try to make something weird like that seem like it's artistic. No, that's not artistic. I'm going to tell you what it is. That's playing with God. And how I grew up, you don't play with God. I don't appreciate those type of images being shown because those affect somebody. And then to hear that it comes from trauma is even worse. But why in the world would you want to be in a Christian-based society and this is allowed? This should never be allowed in a Christian-based society where you can slide down to Satan's you know what, when kids' minds are too impressionable as it is. You're going to talk about his learned behavior, but you're going to teach them that it's okay for some of you to think about sliding down to the devil, you know what, and giving him a lap dance. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing artistic about that. That's just downright Satan. This is why they attacked you, KB. Oh, yeah. As soon as I said this, I don't got to wait until it's a bandwagon of people that's joining in. I said it from the word go. As soon as I saw this years ago, I said, oh, no. They got Lil Nas X sliding down to the devils, you know what. They said, oh, Kwame hateful. He hating on the black man. No. Kwame protecting little boys that want to grow up to be black men. Because that ain't cool. Tricking the minds of these young kids. And I told y'all Snoop was going to apologize too. That money's still green, boy. Shit. Snoop cooked with Martha Stewart. You think he wasn't finna apologize? I could have wrote Snoop's speech I'm sorry. I got to get some more understanding. Y'all got to help me with this one. I ain't even really hear the whole thing. Y'all got to help me with this. You know, I wasn't prepared. I need to get educated, and I need to go to rehab. Yeah, that's all you got to do is act like you sorry. That's what they doing. Make them say sorry. This is why people are so upset. This is why people are tired of this. You can't even talk from a common sense approach. Hey, look, it's all inclusive. But hey, these are children. They're not even having sex. It should never see no image of nobody slide down to the devil's, you know what, on a stripper pole. I wouldn't want to see that, kids to see that from a heterosexual standpoint or a homosexual standpoint. So whatever happened to where the adults went in the front yard, and the kids went into the backyard? Now we trying to blend in kids with adult business. That's why half of these little girls think they grown, and half of these little boys soft. And acting like they mama. They're in too many adult business. Everything a child mind cannot process. Thank you, beautiful one. You got these kids mixed in your relationship. Some of these little girls sounding like they baby mama to their daughter. Sounding like they baby mama. I had to tell my daughter that shit one day. Hold on now, you got to get your own baby daddy. What the hell wrong with you? You sound like your goddamn mama. When I'm talking to you, I don't want to hear my daughter sounding like you, they damn mama. I ain't had no baby with you. That's why I know me and you ain't got no beef. Because you sounding like I'm your baby daddy and I'm just not. Your mom,
into hell. Everybody saw and heard about this music video. It was that this wasn't just a spectacle, it was a statement. It wasn't just about shock value, it was retaliation.
This like the public had with me.
Taking control of the shame that he was handed by becoming the very thing his church told him that he should fear.
You had to let go of a child image that people had of you, turned into a low down slut. Like, that don't even make sense. It's okay to have a good guy, clean image. Not just a Wi-Fi right now. Oh, I was going out to the property because I was going to show y'all. Don't worry, I'm going to go to the other house. Then I'll come back out here with my phone and maybe it'll work better. I don't know. I'll come back out here with my truck. My truck got Wi-Fi. Hold on, I was trying to show y'all the work, but hold on. I'll come back out here when I got my. Get the hell up from up out of here. I'm back here in the woods. Let me get up out of here. Am I back? Y'all should be able to hear me again. I'm leaving the sticks. Okay, let me get away from here. But yeah, man. Damn, I forgot. I lost my train of thought of what I was saying before I got these sticks. But let me play. Let me back the video up. Let me play it again. Maybe I'll figure it out.
So I had to let go of this like childlike innocence like the public had with me.
Taking control of the shame that he was handed by becoming the very.
There you go. I found it. So he if you notice, all these little child stars, in order for them to shed their childlike image, you know they turn into a thot. Why not shed your childlike image by becoming a husband? Why not shed your childlike image by becoming a wife or whatever the hell you think you are? Why not shed your childlike image by being more responsible, more reliable, or a more respectful person? Why is it that always shedding a childlike image, they all say that, but it all leads to a bunch of sex and a drug addiction, allegedly? I don't understand that. That is not showing that you're a more mature adult. Just by going wild and being whores and whore makers and whoremongers. We got to change the way of thinking. I ain't never think, oh, I'm an adult now because I'm having a bunch of sex. I thought I was an adult because I take care of my responsibilities. I pay my bills. I need to work on being a more on-time adult, paying my damn bills on time. You know, that shows responsibility. Motherfucker. I don't know why they think they're showing that they are shedding their childlike image by showing that you're immature. There's some grown-ass children out here. Some of us still talk to people that still behave like we used to in our 20s. And it look bad when you in your 40s still behaving like you 20. Whether it's a female or a guy. It looks stupid when you out here 40-something years old still acting like when you were 20. When you were 20, it was stupid. Oh, you were young, so everybody gave you grace because you got time. And everybody else didn't do it too. So they like, okay, this mother, he got time to grow up. But now you 40, and you wonder why nobody don't want to come around you. I got some people I can't come around unless I got a drink in my hand. Because we done got into it. Nigga, you aggravate, you get on my goddamn nerves. I can't be around you unless I'm tore up from the floor. Y'all got some friends like that too. Or you just don't come around them. I got some motherfucking cousins like that. But I forgot, y'all, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm talking to some perfect I'm out there to stop.
Everything his church told him that he should fear. Because if he couldn't be accepted by God, then he became everything the church wanted him not to be, and on purpose.
The idea of Montero, call me by your name, which is me like taking ownership of this place everybody tells you I'm going to go.
However, conservative and Christian voices all around the world made their outrage behind the video extremely clear. And not only did Lil Nas X not show remorse, he doubled down.
Anybody that's pissed off are the exact people that need to be pissed off.
He said, I spent my entire teenage years hating myself because of the stuff y'all preached would happen to me because I was gay. So I hope you're mad. Stay mad. Feel the same anger you teach us to have toward ourselves. And at this point, it's saying that the majority...
See, he did all this based in his own trauma. He said Hollywood has an agenda to succeed in that industry. You have to agree with that agenda. It's planned behavior. I agree with you. But this is sad that this young man think that his teachings, his upbringing that his parents tried to give him was somebody trying to teach him not to like himself. He did this just to rebel. This is a kid rebelling and was able to come up with a great song, and he has talent, but he got the world to listen to him, and then he started showing you his pain and his childhood trauma. He made it less about his God-given ability and made it more about his childhood trauma. In today's society, if you can accept being gay, then everyone else can accept it. But in order for someone to accept it, you have to first accept it. It's people that are gay that's not going around here trying to get everybody in the world to agree with them, their lifestyle. Some people just don't give a damn. They just tell you, I'm gay, I'm strong, move the hell out my way. So you got to be comfortable in your own skin first before you asking everybody else to be comfortable, around you. And Lil Nas X don't sound like he's comfortable at all. Lil Nas X sound like he made it personal. He got his feelings hurt by somebody in his life, and he made this shit personal. The world had to pay for his upbringing. So now he's sliding down to the devil's, you know what, attacking Christians, what it looked like. And you can't have hate in anything that you do. If you have hate in it, it's going to end up like this. And we seen how Lil Nas X ended up.
Majority of people were still behind him, which is why he doubled down with this.
Only 666 pairs of these.
He didn't stop at offending Christians. Instead, he continued to try to sell it. He released 666 pairs of custom Satan shoes, each one with a drop of real human blood, which sold out in under a minute.
So he released 666 pairs of Satan shoes with drops of blood in the actual shoe. And the shoe sold out in minutes. $1,000 per shoe, damn near. Sold out in minutes. And this is when God had a divine intervention. Because Nike didn't like that. Nike said, hold up, Big Swole up. You sold Nike shoes with blood in it, with 666 on it, huh? You're ruining our brand and our reputation. And so Nike had something to say about it. He put Bible verses on the shoe. I'm talking about this is a direct attack at Christianity. And I think it's because his upbringing, he decided not to appreciate that upbringing anymore. So look at Lil Nas X. He sold 600 and something shoes. What did that say about our society if they sold out that quick? We wouldn't even want to see how many shoes this little boy would have sold if he had it on the open market where everybody can get some.
He didn't stop at offending Christians. Instead, he continued to try to sell it. He released 666 pairs of custom Satan shoes, each one with a drop of real human blood, which sold out in under a minute. Stitched on the side of the shoes was Luke 10:18, the verse that says, "I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven." Every part of it seemed to be designed to provoke, a retaliation to punish the shame that he felt growing up, because this wasn't just about rebellion anymore. In some way, it was about revenge.
People already demonize who I am and put me in a painting of, okay, he's evil, he's doing this, he's doing that. So it's like, you know what, I'll take that. I'll be that, and I'm going to make the best of it.
So to him, all of the outrages only worked to his benefit. That was until only a few days later when Nike decided to sue him for hurting their brand's reputation. And from that point on, the backlash only continued to grow in intensity. Singer Tyrese called him out and said that he needs to stop playing with God. And it seemed like everyone, from Candace Owens to politicians and governors to Franklin Graham and even to Kai Cenat, people were furious about his decision to sell and make these shoes. Everyone seemed to be weighing in. Now, even those who once supported him started to pull away.
Man, that's how people be talking right here. I don't know who this dude is, but that's how people be talking. Let me slow this down. He said, you lost your mind. You going out here to 666, you done lost your mind. This is how them Bible people come out here and talk. This is what I want to hear.
Devil worshiping wicked nonsense, pentagram wearing on your Nike tennis shoes 666. You think I'm gonna stand for that? You've lost your mind. Lil Nas X, I said so.
Everyone seemed to be weighing.
Yeah, right. That's how you supposed to talk. Now, let me speed it back up. I don't know why Kai Cenat weighed in on it, because I need to go over one of his videos too. Kai Cenat walking around here butt naked or showering with any nigga that'll shower with him, so I don't know why he said that. But we'll talk about Kai Cenat in a bit.
And now, even those who once supported him started to pull away. But still, he didn't apologize. He continued to mock the outrage, because by now, the retaliation was no longer a wound. It was fuel. He decided that if the church was going to treat him like a villain, then he'd become one, loudly. And it wouldn't be too long before he started to reap the consequences of his decisions. And real quick, before we get to what happened next, there's something that every homeowner needs to hear. In today's AI and cyber world, scammers are stealing your home titles and your equity is the target. So here's how it works. Criminals your home and your title so that you get a free turn of your exit. All right, so once the controversy died down, so did the buzz around his name. We really didn't hear that much from him until he posted this. He promised to have the greatest comeback of all time. And soon after this post, he wrote a new music video. But this time, didn't go as planned. His comeback single, J Christ, was supposed to break the internet, but it barely broke the top 70. And of course, with him being dressed as Jesus on the cross, the video triggered immediate backlash, especially from Christians. But unlike last time, it didn't spark curiosity. Instead, it sparked fatigue. No one seemed to really care, and
now somebody thought it would be a good idea to dress this fool-ass boy as Jesus Christ after he done slid down to the devil's you-know-what. And y'all wonder why he done ran through Hollywood, hollering and looked like in his underwear, running up the street, fighting with the police. You wonder why he can't find peace with all the money and all the success. This is what everybody wants. There's a dude that he had number one for the long chart. He was hollering and running up the street in his underwear. Can't find no peace or nothing to do with his life. But at first, he wants to play with God by sliding down devils, you know what? And now he wants to play with God by being God, being on the cross, acting like his son. Nothing good gonna come after this young man.
Of course, with him being dressed as Jesus on the cross, the video triggered immediate backlash, especially from Christians. But unlike last time, it didn't spark curiosity. Instead, it sparked fatigue. No one seemed to really care, and that was not the reaction that he was looking for. So soon after, he also made this skit, which only made things worse. Another attempt to provoke, but this time, the outrage was different. People had enough. Even his own fans started to turn, not in anger, but in disappointment.
Seeing like actual fans like turn and say like, whoa, why is he doing this? Why does he keep messing with these people?
They weren't only tired of his trolling, they were tired of the repetition, and the numbers told the same story. Streams plummeted. Millions tuned out almost overnight. People simply weren't having it. And seemingly realizing that his old antics weren't working anymore, he made this video.
I wanted to not necessarily apologize, but I wanted to explain like where my head at and where it's been for like the last week. So first of all, when I did the artwork, I knew like there would be some upset people or whatnot, simply because, you know, religion is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. But I also didn't mean to like mock. This wasn't like a you people, you to the Christians, like, you know, it was not that. It was literally me saying, oh, I'm back like Jesus. Like that was like the whole thing. I'm not the first person to dress up as Jesus. I'm not the first rapper. I'm not the first artist. I won't be the last.
And things still only continued to get worse from that moment on.
You know, I started posting the stuff that I wish I would have seen during, like, I don't know, a lot of dark times I've been having in my own life. You know what I mean?
Yes. Eventually, he tried to do something different, and I mean way different.
Father, scratching my head.
He released a song that was a complete 180 from his video where he's dancing on stage, with the caption saying, "Y'all mind if I enter my Christian era?"
The lonely road seems to last the longest.
And surprisingly, the song was actually really good. It just shows how talented he is and what he could have become had he not turned away from God. But at this point, although some hoped that it was sincere, others just rolled their eyes. But either way, it didn't stick.
Free me from worry and wanting pity.
The high was over. The performance wasn't working anymore. And behind everything was someone who still felt empty. In just 1,023 days, he went from a global icon to a cultural afterthought. This wasn't just a career crash. It was the moment that the lie started to break. The lie that fame could replace acceptance. That applause could silence shame. That trolling could fill a hole in the soul. Because sometimes, collapse is the only thing loud enough to expose the lie that we've been living. And to this day, things still seem to be going bad for him, as the only big news that we've heard from him lately is this.
Singer and rapper Lil Nas X was hospitalized this week with partial facial paralysis.
And when I smile, this is me doing a full smile right now, by the way.
Can y'all still hear me? All right, yeah. So this is why you don't play with the Lord. This is why you don't play with the Lord. The man's mouth can't even open. He can't even smile no more. He don't even look the same. If the dude wanted to go do a song right now, he can't even open his mouth. The man just went to jail for drugs and fighting with the police officers. God ain't sleep.
It's like, what is this?
Singer and rapper Lil Nas X was hospitalized this week with partial facial paralysis.
And when I smile, this is me doing a full smile right now, by the way. It's like what the
Now, of course, this is sad, and all of this is a tragedy, starting from the moment that he decided to mock God. Okay, but here's the real tragedy. The real tragedy in all of this is not just that he mocked God, it's that he never believed that God could love someone like him to begin with. But in reality, no one is too far for God to reach. As long as you're still breathing, you still have time. And this is important because when you think that God's love is something that you have to earn, the moment that you feel disqualified, you stop trying to be accepted by God, and you look to find that acceptance in someone else. But the gospel makes it clear that God doesn't accept us because we're good, he accepts us because of his grace. You don't come to God because of how good you are, you come to God because of how good you aren't. The Bible doesn't say that God justifies the godly, but instead, he justifies the ungodly. Salvation in Christianity is not for people who have it all together. It's for those of us who realize that we can't save ourselves and that we could only be accepted because of his grace. And
Dang on right. And that original content is on what do you mean? What do you mean? He got 553K subscribers. So don't get up here and say that you can't talk about something positive and have no subscribers. He got plenty of subscribers. So YouTube is a big place. You choose to consume what you want, and there's a lot of other people that choose to talk about something positive, and people consume it. So you haters in this sector that be playing, you don't have to play all the time. But let's get to this no good son of a pastor right here. This is the one that I was talking about in that when he was talking about, hello, what do you mean? Salute to you, beautiful one. 50 Kwame Brown Bus Life memberships. Appreciate you. Hold on, beautiful one. I missed another super chat of yours when I was never play with God. That's why they attack you. No, I didn't miss anything. Dang, thank you, beautiful one. But yeah, this is why you don't play with God. This pastor right here went to Congress or went somewhere, and this was like in 2010, and they were asking him questions. He was like, yes, I don't know. And look at the way this man talked to his congregation. This dude, I don't understand how people become this subservient. And a lot of women go to church, and I get it, but I don't understand the men that do it. I can't. But listen to this dude.
All the accusations, they are ridiculous. That's right. I notice all the men who come here.
Hey, he ain't saying it's ridiculous. He said they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. What did he say?
All the accusations, they are ridiculous.
They are ridiculous. They can't even talk. You know this dude was guilty starting off like this. All the accusations, they're ridiculous.
You hear most of all the accusations, they are ridiculous.
They are ridiculous. Liar!
That's right. I notice all the men who come here, if they ain't gonna stand up and be men and they weak to their wife, they usually betray here. It's their fault. It's this audio team.
Woo! This a no good son bitch. Boy, he told you was sleeping with your wife from the pulpit. He literally just said it. He said, most of you men that's gonna be weak to your wife and don't stand up to your wife, they usually betray here. Now, some of y'all don't know that most pastors are just pimps that went into another profession. But if you gonna stay in a church where he basically telling you and your wife, if I don't think you strong enough to deal with your wife is gonna betray you right here, and I'm gonna be the one to have sex with her. That's what he telling you. He said, you can't stand up and be to your wife. They usually betray here. Let me slow that down for you young players that didn't hear what this Negro was saying. This Negro basically telling you, nigga, your wife is mine. Better watch out.
And they weak to their wife, they usually betray here.
Their fault. You men that's weak to your wife, they usually betray here. And what is he accused of? Running a sex cult. What is he being accused of? Belittling people and destroying their credibility in front of his congregation. So he can get up there and preach a sermon that make you feel small in front of your woman. Your woman can have some animosity with you about something, and the whole time this pastor just pimping and preaching right to your wife. And she all for it. That nigga said she usually betray him. Damn.
Come here, if they ain't gonna stand up and be men and they weak to their wife, they usually betray here. Their fault. It's this audio team that is behind the scenes that's messing the flow up for miracles tonight.
It's wicked when a messenger does not tell the story the way God wants it told. And that's one of the things I'm teaching my staff right now.
Cults aren't some weird thing from the 70s. They're alive and well. And what you're about to hear from Pastor David E. Taylor, you'll see why he's in trouble. This isn't just him being a bad boss. This is spiritual manipulation, intimidation, and public humiliation, all caught on tape, caught during his sermons. These sermons that have been on YouTube for years.
Camera, come on, get it. You're too slow. Come on, let's move. You're going too slow. So I want you to... and I want to say this before you go on. My staff, you all should be pulling in and out on the screen the new flyer showing that the dates are postponing. Come on, you should already have that going back and forth since we are announcing this. Guys, what are you doing?
And if you ever felt something was off about these flashy preachers, this is your proof. So why are we talking about him right now? Well, because David E. Taylor was arrested for financial fraud, including misuse of ministry funds and false tax filings. This is about his behavior finally catching up to him. Funds and false.
It's about his what catching up to him? His what? Excuse me, come again. His what? His behavior catching up to him. Whoa, that word again. People are watching behavior. And looking at this video, all I can think of is, when it all falls down. Look at his head. Boy, when it all falls down. Who sang that song? Lauryn Hill? I need Lauryn Hill or whoever to sing that. When it all falls down. Look at this nigga head. That's that Kanye West. Boy, when it falls down, this is how you look. This nigga look like he went from a millionaire to a crackhead. Woo! Look at him. He is nothing without that congregation sending him money. We gonna set the party all right. When it all fall down, look how it look. Why does he look like Rodney? Oh, why does he look like that? Look like Rodney? Oh, man. Andre W. Salute. Rodney done caught her straight.
False tax filings. This is about his behavior finally catching up to him. We have seen that deposition from almost 10 years ago, and it looked like he was able to continue to make as much money as possible. So when you watch these videos, it's obvious this wasn't just a church, this was an empire of fear. Let's get into it. So David E. Taylor, the apostle, doesn't make requests. He issues commands. From the very first second, Taylor sets the tone. This is how Taylor talks to his staff, barking their names like he's doing a roll call in boot camp and not a church. You expect a pastor to walk on stage with grace, maybe open with a prayer, a smile, something human, but not this individual. He storms in barking orders like he's trying to...
No, he walk in like he supposed to, a pimp that's checking the flock. Look here, get this stuff up here on the screen like I asked now. What are we doing here? Do you know what you're doing? Get somebody back there that know what they're doing. This person right here is dumb and incompetent. That's what he doing. He checking the block. He ain't thinking like no pastor with grace, humility. This nigga thinking like a pimp. Yeah, real girls get down on the floor like a pimp. Just shut up and get the money. That's the type of pastor this is. Shut up and get the money.
They normally.
I shouldn't hear any delays. Lift your hands, everybody. That's why the Bible says, praise the Lord upon the string instruments. Get that echo out of here. Now, I shouldn't be here.
You lame. The devil, that God wouldn't even let you text that the right way about me, boy. Kwame Knight be gay like Lil Nas X. Kwame Knight. Well, whoever Kwame Knight is, man, salute to him, man. You hate for a little punk. Man, you a subscriber. You subscribe to say that. God, how would it make you feel? if you subscribed up for me to time you out and block you. Oh man, that'd be so dumb on your part. You went through all this to get blocked. Come on, dog. I ain't gonna block you. I'm gonna give you another chance. Cause you my subscriber now. You're a little bit closer to me. You're a subscriber. And I really appreciate you subscribing.
Myself. Whatever instrument or device is on in here that keeps echoing my voice, it needs to go off now. Device, I shouldn't be here. Praise the Lord.
Andre W., you dead ass wrong, because now all I see is Rodney up there talking. He does look like Rodney now. Andre W., you wrong, dog. Come on, man, you right, but you wrong. Because now all I'm like, look at Rodney, little bullshit. Come on, dog.
Lift your hands, everybody. That's why the Bible says, praise the Lord upon the string instruments. Get the echo out of here. Now, I shouldn't be hearing myself. Whatever instrument or device is on in here that keeps echoing my voice, it needs to go off. Now, Tony, Daniel, let's go. I need you to understand. But someone like me, when I come on stage and I say, do this, give me more strings, they're like, it don't take all that. Yes, it do. You want to know why? Because God wants that. They are ignorant of God's personal preferences. And that's why he attends me. That's why he surrounds me. That's why he confirms. He started this out last night. Come on, what are y'all doing? What's happening here? He started this out last night in a dream. It's amazing.
Rodney, you're a little irritable bastard. I mean, David Taylor, you're a little irritable bastard. You go off on everybody. What is wrong with you, David? What is wrong with you? Kwame, you're exposing all types of evil. Here comes all these evil trolls attacking you and your channel. Keep up the good work. Salute to you. Man, this is amazing, man. His hair looked ignorant as hell. Man, this boy here, this is Reverend Lonnie Love right here, boy. This dude, you can tell this dude has never had a bunch of women. He's never been in a position of power. This is the only lane that he found that would give him some sort of say-so and power over people. And some people, this is like infectious to them. They love this type of shit. Having this type of power, having the power to where he can brainwash somebody's woman through a book and say, God said, who want to go against God? Don't nobody, if you got a woman and a wife that's really following a pastor, and she believes in this dude, he keeps saying God said, your woman will leave you because God said it. And how can you tell your wife that this is a no good son of a that don't know God, that he lying? She gonna think you going against God. Now marriage over. So I'm saying you gotta have a healthy belief in oneself. You gotta have a spiritual connection to Christ. Your marriage is supposed to be your number one thing. Your connection through God is supposed to be through your marriage. Y'all are supposed to become one. Not some building, not some pastor shouldn't run through them. Y'all union is with God and God alone. It's not through a church or a pastor or your father or your mother or any other person. That union is sacred. And so when people ask me why I'm not married, I got to find somebody to understand that. You got to really understand that. I don't give a fuck what your pastor said to you. You my wife. And I want her to understand that before she even think about asking me a question or telling me what pastor said. Because I don't want to have to argue about what pastor said, because you should already know better. You should already know that I don't give a fuck what pastor said. And don't you bring that in my house. You know? That's how you got to have an understanding. And a lot of people don't understand that. How would you feel as a woman if I had some woman pastor over me and she can sway my opinion where I come home and start telling you what she's saying? That's too much control. A lot of people are getting controlled. Their marriages are getting controlled by the work boyfriend. Their marriages are getting controlled by some man that your wife actually respects. And she running by the shit that he telling her. Trust me, don't ask me how I know that stuff. Like, I had to stop talking to her.
He visits, shut up. He started this out last night in a dream. It was amazing. The Lord, okay, I want Pastor Steve them to get on the stage right now. Get mics. Let's go.
Get the echo out. Let's go. And God help you if you're even a half a second off. It's not just impatience, it's posturing. Every sentence is a command. Every pause, a threat. You can hear it in the silence that follows his voice. It's not respect, it's fear. There's no teaching, no guidance, just domination. When you think about it, a real pastor might say, let's fix the audio so everyone can focus. But Taylor says, I shouldn't hear myself. Turn off now, let's go. Let's go isn't encouragement, it's a threat. From the very first moment he walks on stage, Taylor demands obedience like a military general, not a pastor. He uses God to justify his control. When the criticism starts, he doesn't take responsibility, he invokes God. But again, is that really faith or fear disguised as faith? He says God surrounds him because he knows God's preferences. Like the Lord has a custom Spotify preset, a playlist for his sermons. He yells at the sound team and then says, you think it's going to take all that? Yes, it does. God wants it.
Nothing is impossible. Come on, musicians, flow with me and stay with me. No, follow me. For those who believe and say. This is what happens when you work with people who do not know God nor the importance of what he wants. This is what happens when you work with people who serve God in the flesh, in the carnal mind. They have no spiritual understanding of how important it is to protect the presence of God and to also give God what he desires. One of the reasons why God backs me up is because I do not bring my preferences into his ministry. I do not bring my preferences into his presence. I do not bring my preferences. I don't mix what David liked and what God likes.
When you claim God's the one giving you instructions, suddenly no one can question you. That's the manipulating trick.
Now get this now. This man had a mega church. Now I know a lot of people don't want to hear that and how some men have to go through this, but a lot of women fall up into what this man is saying. Some of these women will have sex with this man. Some of these women will do anything this man says. Some women, if their husband object to what this man said on Sunday, then the wife is upset. And she'll go and be more observant and attentive at them church revivals. Sometimes if you want to meet some of the most freakiest women, you just go to one of these church revivals. You can always find a woman that's praying on Sunday. But boy, Friday and Saturday, boy, it's go time. I'm talking about, boy, these kind of Christians, you got to go, woo, woo. They fine too. They gonna be shouting and yelling for the Lord, but Friday and Saturday they shouting and yelling for you. I'm talking about, man. But Sunday now they can still sing in the choir, good as a mother. And some of them go an extra mile and go to Wednesday Bible study. And they'll put their bumper stickers and say, I'm too blessed to be stressed. But they ain't too blessed to stay out in the club. They ain't too blessed to have that nigga that just came home from jail eating up all their babysit. Yeah, they ain't so blessed that all the little steaks and the little protein that they done had for little Jerome. That nigga done got out of jail with an appetite. He done ate all that. That nigga done invited his buddies over. Nigga taking up all the TV time playing PlayStation. Now little Johnny can't even watch Sesame Street. Then his daddy come over there to try to handle something. The nigga pull out a pistol on him in front of the baby. So it's all hell breaking loose. Yeah, it ain't really blessed like they think it is. Some of them, not all. Beautiful one, I'm traumatized. Ain't too blessed to get undressed. They ain't too blessed to stay dressed. Nah, they ain't too blessed to stay dressed. Them damn sure get undressed. You said, "My dang, what a story!" I'm telling you, man, I'm traumatized. I'm the landlord, man. I be knowing what go on in these homes, man. I be wanting to know why people get kicked out. How come I can look on Facebook and I can see you at every club, but you can't make rent? So I be ending up knowing these stories. They be going to jail, they got beat up on the Ring camera. I be seeing a lot of stuff, man. I don't know why some people put Ring cameras in front of their home. If you know you got a crazy boyfriend and you know you like to fight and argue with him, don't have no Ring camera. Yeah, don't have no Ring camera. But don't do it in front of the Ring camera. Shit.
God don't accept that mess. When Taylor shouts at his team for getting the sound wrong, he says it's because God demands it, not him. Again, that is spiritual manipulation 101. Mistakes aren't corrected, they're punished publicly. Everyone makes mistakes, but Taylor doesn't correct, he condemns. Why call someone out by their name? Unless it's about control.
Y'all are not listening to me. Pull the picture into the main screen, not the LED screen on the stage, into the main screen that people can see this clearly.
Yeah, this is the type of arrogant pastor this is. Back up, nigga. God told me to visit your wife. God put it in my spirit. If he didn't, it wouldn't have happened. You just wasn't man enough to deal with your spouse. So God put me in there as a vessel to help you get to the next level. Help her get to the next. You get to the next level with her. Can I get an amen? That's what these niggas be saying. Just blasphemous. It's a shame. He's gonna close the door. Close the door. Pastor Penny Dropper. Yeah, these niggas been listening to too much Trey Songz. This nigga pulling up to the church. This right here's a penny dropper. Whoa, this right here's a baby maker. Yeah, you know you handed them girls them Plan B. That pastor was a player. I wanna make love to you. Pastor pull it up, letting them put it in their mind, boy. Damn. That nigga playing that Chris Brown. That girl talking about, you know I got a man. Chris Brown said, I don't give a fuck. Chris Brown telling him right out. If you tell Chris Brown you got a man, he say, I don't give a. Damn, man. Pastor pulling up, knowing he got a drop top Rolls Royce or something. You can't compete with Pastor. Pastor got the whole town on lock. Probably know all the important people in the city. When you got a mega church, he can pull up with all the who's of the city and have them right there at the church or have them right there at a meeting to impress your wife. Oh, man, have her out there on a big yacht and make the church pay for everything. Jesus Christ.
Come on, guys, what are you doing? What's happening? Pull it into the main screen. Not on the LED screen. There we go, yes. God, what took you so long to listen? Michelle, get me somebody back there that knows what they're doing. Okay, so you all see these pictures here. They have that picture, get that picture to them. All y'all gotta do is shoot it to them.
When he says, hey, Michelle, get somebody back there.
Damn, no. How arrogant he talking to these people. How aggressive he talking, he putting it in their face. He letting them know what he doing. He playing, these hoes ain't loyal. No, they ain't. That nigga bumping, these hoes ain't loyal. As soon as he pull up to the church with it loud, with the cuss words not edited out and everything. I guarantee it. Look at how he talking to them people in front of everybody. He in front of thousands of people. That man said, get somebody back there that know what they doing. God, everybody would have had a case against this nigga here, boy. And the EEOC would have been, this would have been an EEOC case for sure. This barber, the cameraman, man, y'all crazy as I don't know what.
That knows what they're doing. That's not guidance. That's public humiliation in front of hundreds and hundreds of people. And it keeps going. Where's the sound, guys? Where are y'all doing? Why no one is on these TV cameras? These aren't private notes. These are public lashings. When someone messes up, he doesn't pull them aside. He drags them under the lights in front of the crowd. In my opinion, I believe as a manager, as a boss, that you should praise publicly, but criticize privately. If there's an issue with an employee, the best thing you can do is pull them to the side in private and talk to them. You don't need to berate them. This is not the military. You're not in boot camp. In that situation, that may work. But in terms of everywhere else, when you're doing stuff in the office, or you even doing stuff with production work, screaming at everybody constantly doesn't really work. It just makes everyone more upset, more confused, more frustrated, and they are going to probably continue to make mistakes. During the sermon, he is basically saying, you're messing this up over and over. Taylor humiliated.
He's talking about, I run this church. I mean, God run this church through me. Yeah, man, that's how these pastors think, boy. This pastor here, boy, this dude here is a mess.
Me signals too. We never supposed to have a big busy signal with that company that we've hired. I just hope my staff haven't did something stupid. Have a staff that just don't operate in order. Keep the order that I set. It frustrates the grace of God on my life.
Because in a healthy environment, the tone changes when the mood changes. Here, it's like he's doing this on purpose. He has a strategy to keep things chaotic, to keep these people off balance because he needs them. And according to the charges, he's not paying them a whole lot of money. So he's scaring them with the will of God. And on top of that, he's confusing them constantly by berating them all the time. 1 second he's shouting, next he's apologizing to the audience, but never to his staff. That is a common control tactic from cult leaders. He turns public betrayal into a public spectacle. The deeper the betrayal, the louder the stage. But what kind of leader mocks his team in front of strangers? Then he talks about a staffer that I guess no longer working with him.
Lazy as a cowlax. Talking about, oh, he worked the staff. You idiot, you didn't work. Lazy self. Darn sweaty calf. Out there in the grass, laying down all day, mooing. Lazy self. You run a bunch of people working hard for God, but you got something to say. But see, that's just your diversion. I know that it's to get the thing off you because you know you lazy and everybody is showing you up. That's what it is. You hear most of all the accusations, they are ridiculous. That's right. I notice all the men who come here, if they ain't gonna stand up and be men and they weak to their wife, they usually betray here. Same thing with Bill Hody. He gone. Weak to his wife. Lisa run him. She take her pants, he gone. Weak to his wife. Lisa run him.
We took his wife. He gone. Lisa run him. What in the world? We took his wife. Lisa run him. Said the lady name. I told you this nigga pulling up. He pulling up like, nigga, I'm sleeping with your bra. He pulling up talking about bang, bang, banging your bra. I guarantee you that. This dude is nuts. This is wild, B. This nigga on camera saying, we took his girl. Lisa, run him. We got your bra. This is how men look at you ladies that's being strong, talking to your husbands all disrespectful. This is why it's important to respect your man that you call a king on a different level. This is why it's important for you not to disrespect your man, especially in public, because guess what? What he's saying is not foreign to the way men think. The way men think is this is the way we think. He's just not a godly man. He's a worldly man. A worldly man thinks the same exact way. If your broad is running you and talking to you a certain way, we think that she belongs to the streets. She's not satisfied enough with you. Because if she was, it's a certain way that she would talk to you. Even when she's mad. And the pastor don't have no first lady, OG Ken. It don't look like that. It don't look like he got no lady, so he just, you can't even see how a lady would treat him. You can't see how his girl treat him. He pretending he the outside man. Anybody can play the outside man. See, what about how she treats you when she don't like you? Do she say everything she want to say to you, or does she hold something back because she know that'll be disrespectful? Because there's some ladies, they'll just say whatever. They don't give a damn. But you better not disrespect them. Those will be the main ones. You better not disrespect me. You're like, God damn, did you hear what the hell you said to me? I'm definitely going to disrespect you. But I don't have no problem because I don't like toxic ladies no more. I used to like them toxic ladies because I was toxic and I put one thing over the other thing, and you know what that one thing is. Because them toxic motherfuckers be having that one thing. And so that thing, yeah, they be having that Lauryn Hill, that thing. And so it's more to life than that thing. And smart girls got that thing too. But some of them motherfuckers toxic too. God. But anyway, we got to do better, man. Men, we got to walk away. We can't accept certain things, even if they got that thing. We got to walk away.
She take her pants off and whoop him. That's right, I said it on public TV. And whoop him. Weak to his wife, Lisa, run him. She take her pants off and whoop him. That's right, I said it on public TV.
She take her pants off and whip him.
Because now your name is in the newspaper and I gotta tell them what's really going on. That Lisa is whooping your butt with her jeans. Darn sucker, man, you a sissy. Darn sissy, punk. You a husband, you're supposed to be the man of the house. You let a woman that God told to submit to you run you. This is why you can't be God's friend.
And you see how he's talking about him. And you realize this is a tactic. He's talking about him in such a...
Damn. He made a sermon about why I bust your wife. This is why I'm the man. This is why you can't get her to do what she wants you to do. This is why she was with me. Allegedly, I think I snapped. This is why. Man, I have to, and I would have called the feds on this nigga, man. Well, we know who called the feds on his ass. After this sermon, I can surmise, I can come up with a theory that I think it was a bunch of men in his congregation and a few hurt women that he let go. They all got together as a team and they all called with the same story on this nigga. And then they put together a compilation of this nigga saying stuff like this in front of the church. And the feds say, oh yeah, so he had sex with you. And we can corroborate that with this story that he's saying on stage. And you the husband that he talking about. Yeah, that's me, because he said names. That's me that he calling weak and saying my wife beating me with a belt. I don't see 1 ounce of masculinity in him. Oh, well, he got the masculinity of the tongue. See, he got the ear of the women, which they're going to get their men to come. See, he's good. He's a good orator. That's his powerful weapon. He's not physically strong. He's mentally and he has a way with words. If you can get a bunch of women to listen to you, if you can put together a mega church like this, oh, he's strong. Trust me. You can get this many people to follow what you're saying. This dude is not only strong, but he's dangerous because he's disrespecting people right in front of him. And nobody in the crowd is saying, you know what? If I know about this story, and if that was my wife, I wouldn't appreciate this. So I'm finna get the hell on up out of here. I wouldn't appreciate this if that was my wife. None of the other Christians thought to say that. That's crazy to me. None of the other Christian people thought to say, you know what? I wouldn't appreciate this if this was my wife that he's referring to. So I'm gonna go ahead and bounce because I don't appreciate that. Nobody stood up and say, Pastor, you don't do that. You don't embarrass this man about his life in front of the whole church on national TV. You don't do that. Everybody just chuckle, went along with it. Go along, get along, gang. Because he got the juice right now. He got money. You gonna listen to the money. The only way he can talk like that because he put together this much money. And there's a lot of people getting paid. A lot of people are being seen. A lot of people are rubbing shoulders with people they wouldn't rub shoulders with through his connection. So they sit idly by and they don't watch behavior. They don't call out behavior. Oh no, they worship that money. They follow that money, honey. Yes, yes, yes. And this happens in all mega churches. This is not a one-off. In my opinion, you can't have a mega church without some corruption. It ain't that much money and bling and doing the right thing. AKB, he reminds me of Reverend Lennox Thomas from Richard Pryor movie, Which Way Is Up? Yeah, this is crazy, man. Salute to you, ODM. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy. This dude is a pimping pastor. Majority of these mega churches are like this. Slowly, God slip away out them mega churches because they let in too much 501c3 money. They let in too much worldly things. They try to mirror too closely what the world is doing. They're too accepting and bending the rules and not being strict and standing on the values of whatever the church say the values are. So that's why you can have a pastor come up and pray right after a twerk session. They have a pastor right there in the same building as a twerk session. And he'll pray for that ass. I mean, he'll pray for it.
Disgusting way because he doesn't want anyone else to do what this guy did. He's making sure that the rest of the flock understands what happens if you decide to leave. This is a deeply shaming, emasculating way. And the worst part, the crowd just watches, no one steps in. This isn't just a man lashing out, it's a performance, turning staff humiliation into church content. He frames abuse as righteousness. This is a private situation between two people, but he takes his private conversation and turns into a public sermon point. He's not teaching, he's targeting. He's mocking this guy live on stage. How is this called spiritual guidance? It doesn't seem that way to me. It looks like it's just abuse disguised as righteousness. And there's tons and tons and tons of content out there. Shout out to this channel that's been keeping up with a lot of what's going on with David E. Taylor, because this is a pattern. There's tons of videos about this. You'll think, okay, one outburst could be stress, maybe a bad night, but when it keeps happening, this is the system at play here. Every department gets to smoke, and Taylor never takes any heat for anything that's going wrong. If you question him, you're not just wrong, you're ungodly. The common denominator isn't the crew, it's him. Accountability would sound like, you know what, that's on me, we'll get it right next time. Instead, it's always, you're messing this up. God's upset, not with me because I'm doing nothing wrong. From the sound crew to his TV team, Taylor berates every department. When everything goes wrong, somehow he's the only one who's right. If it walks like a cult and talks like a cult, it's probably a cult. By the end, this is not just one man and one sermon. It's about recognizing what's really going on here and what it reveals. He yells, he shames, he manipulates, and then he says God told him to. This is about weaponizing faith to create fear. It's about using God's name to quiet and silence dissent. And once you see it, you can't unsee it because Taylor demands total loyalty, punishes dissent, and claims divine authority for everything he says. That's not a church, that is control. And I know there's this back and forth of a question, what is a cult, what is religion? But the way I look at it is cults demand total loyalty. You're not able to question anything. I think in other religions, you're allowed to have a back and forth conversation. Or if you can say, you know what, I don't like this church, it's not for me. Many church leaders will just let you go. They may say, you know what, I understand, but this is how we do things. And you can always come back if you're interested. But cults are more sinister. It's all about total control. It's about separating you from your family, taking all your possessions, basically pushing you into this area where you're extremely vulnerable. And the only person that you can reach for help or salvation, or if you're just looking for food or shelter, you must go to this cult leader for everything. They became your mother and your father. And really, they become your God. And I think it's a big difference between that and most religions that we deal with.
Man, that's a fact. If you like content like this is Hannibal is Hungry channel. Hannibal is Hungry channel. That is his channel. But that's a dang on shame, man. Jesus. You can't get that caught up in God that you end up sinning and doing everything that's against God in the first place. How can you be that caught up with God that you end up sleeping with the pastor? That ain't godly. But somebody sent me this, man. And this is Atlanta streets. This is supposedly Lil Nas X real mama. Supposedly this is Lil Nas X's mama. I don't know this to be true. This is alleged, but let's see.
Why is Lil Nas X's mom out here? What did you think when your son first hit with that Old Town Road?
Everybody would come to me. We said, oh my God, that's not for me. And I said, all y'all can suck a dick. That's how I felt. And I didn't know that. Hey.
I'm just trying to figure.
Jesus H. Christ. Dang. Lil Nas X, why do you have your mama out here? If this is your mama.
You're saying you have a 41-year-old.
I ain't not got pregnant when I was 8. I mean, when I was 7 when I got. I had a baby when I was 8.
And dead for real?
Yeah, dead for real.
How did that happen?
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
You was a baby.
My mom.
He said, I think, in different blogs and stuff like that.
You had Lil Nas X at 8. She had a baby at 8 years old. What in the holy wow? So this young man, or his mama, was all traumatized. I told y'all this. A lot of this stuff starts in trauma. If this young lady was having a kid at 8 years old, she is lying, KB. Oh, I was about to say, how in the hell did she have a kid at 8? All right, let's keep hearing.
Basically say like, hey, I've tried to help my mom. I've tried to do this and that. What's your response to that? What did you think was happening at that age?
I just thought it was good hunting.
Just good hunching. Wow.
Good hell at that
So
time.
you liked it?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it? I'm serious. I'm asking.
Yes. When Pharaoh first became rich, he came to my house and he wanted to give me $50 to have a sex with another. So I went to pick that up.
Wait, what? But what I'm trying to figure out is, and what everybody's trying to figure out is, why panhandle when your son is rich?
What's up, YouTube? So guys, I'm back in the gym with Katie, back on the meal plan with Chef Said, and back in
I know that's right. So we actually.
And one thing about it, if it went for God, who said I still be standing.
That's right.
What he did, bless me.
That's right.
My favorite high power, but what he did, he gave me a man, my little young man, my last man, become the power of sonority.
A whole superstar, right? But we're gonna talk about it. So let me ask the
Let me
question.
say this about me.
Okay, hold on real quick to me. Let me ask the question, okay? All right, so real quick. So you're Lil Nas X's mom.
Yes.
Okay. So first and foremost, are you homeless?
No.
Okay. So, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? Like, what's the?
I'm walking by faith, not by sight. Let go and let God have the rest.
Okay, because we see like it's the same clothes as yesterday and
And I
stuff
can say,
like
one thing about it, when there's weeds, I always say I can look dirty, but who said I can't be clean?
that. That's right. Amen to that.
Praise the Lord.
So we're gonna talk about it.
What the hell? You got the same clothes on. Walk by faith, not by sight. Who said I can't be clean? What? So she's using Bible scriptures to explain why she's doing what she's doing. I told you, you can use the Bible. This is proof positive. You can use the Bible and interpret it any way you want. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but she's using some Bible story. Because I've heard walk by faith, not by sight, and all this stuff. This is the brainwashing that some people be talking about with religion, because you still got to do some work. You can't just say, I'm going to put everything in God. God give you free will.
Okay, so what are we doing? What are we doing out here? Like, what's the?
I'm walking by faith, not by sight. Let go and let God have the rest.
Okay, because we see like it's the same clothes as yesterday and
And
stuff
I can
like
say,
that.
one thing about it, when there's weeds, I always say I can look dirty, but who said I can't be clean?
That's right. Amen to that.
Praise the Lord.
So we're gonna talk about it. So
I stand because I stand.
just because.
I know that's right.
No foul.
And so how old are you?
48.
48. Tamika. So we started off with lies, huh? That's what we're doing?
Being real.
No, well, be real now. You talking about walk by faith, not by sight. Keep it a buck. How old are you?
48.
Lord Jesus. Look now, if you ain't want to do the interview, you ain't have to.
Who told you that? What did you do?
How old are you?
You in the show 48?
So you're not 54? What's up, Monique? Are you good? Okay, look, I stand corrected. Okay. Give me that. Okay, I stand corrected. So you're 48. So right off the bat, right? Some people are gonna ask, why is Lil Nas X's mom out here on the street?
Because this is my choice. I mean, I live how I live. I walk by, like I say, I stand how I stand. Just because if you only been through what I've been through, you only know what I have faced.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. So real quick.
The whole scenario, the conversation is not a conversation.
Okay.
But no harm is no foul.
No harm, no foul. Absolutely. I know that's right. All right. So listen. So you're 48. How many kids do you have? 6. And so, how old is the oldest and how young is the youngest? Just the oldest and the youngest.
41, my youngest 20.
Your oldest is 41? How is that possible?
Baby, if your coochie.
Wait. No. Seriously. You say your oldest is.
She just got married off. And my son is 26. My last son 26.
And that's Lil Nas X. And you're saying that you have a 41-year older and you're 48. So you say
49, baby.
Okay, so you're saying that you had a baby when you were 7?
Did you kiss my ass?
No, I won't. But no, I'm serious. Like seriously.
Yes, I mean I will hunt you. That will hunt you, baby.
But
did she say, "Can you kiss my ass"? Man, what in the world? Lord, I'm not trying to laugh because clearly there's something going on here, and I don't want to troll or pick on someone's mental illness. So I'm just gonna play it without my commentary, but I still gotta stop it sometimes. But man,
do you even
I'm not from here.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're from here. Do you even have? You from what? Go ahead.
I'm from Peoria, Illinois.
Peoria? Okay, we're gonna talk about all that, but
we not talking about
no. Here's the thing. Make that make sense for us.
Yeah.
People generally don't have kids at the age of 7.
Who told you that lie? Yeah, I saw I had kids. You got kids.
Do you even have? Do your eggs even start dropping? Like, do you even have your period at 7?
Yes. It depends on who you are. What type of nature you have.
I mean, most young ladies I know that may start early. Like 9 might be considered early.
Yeah.
Right. So you're saying that at 7 you had a kid?
Yeah.
No. You are 7 years old and talking.
Tamika, like this ain't all right. Let's get on track, okay? Okay. I'm just trying to figure this out. You're saying you have a 41-year-old.
I got pregnant when I was 8. I mean, when I was 7 when I had a baby when I was 8.
And dead for real?
Yeah, dead for real.
How did that happen?
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
You was a baby.
My mom took baby, and I don't even know how my child.
Who was the father? What do you mean?
I wouldn't know.
Did you get R-worded?
I was hunching, but
you was hunching?
I was hunching. Lord help us. So Lil Nas X is allegedly from a woman that was hunching at me. But just her talking about this, like Beautiful One said, you can see where this verse is coming from.
I thought back then $10 was a lot of money.
So somebody just paid you $10? Was this like a grown man or what was going on?
He was good enough for me.
No, listen, seriously.
Well, now you thought be truth. I didn't know till we went to when we got a checkup. When I got a checkup, when I had to go to a dentist's office, and when they did a checkup on me, then they found out I was pregnant. I didn't know I was 4 months and I didn't have a stomach.
And you was in elementary school?
Child, yes, sweetie. Well, don't make me feel embarrassed.
No, I don't want you to feel embarrassed. This is just this is flabbergasting. This is like wild to me. Like I've heard a lot of wild stories. Listen,
black woman though.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and so that's why I'm trying to understand who didn't protect you when you was that young.
Okay, I thank God I ain't got no disease.
Well, okay, so let's just start from the beginning. Where are you from? You say you're from Peoria, Illinois?
Yes.
Shout out Peoria, Illinois. When'd you get down here to Atlanta?
When I was 7.
Okay, so
when I was 6.
When you were 6, so before the pregnancy and all that stuff.
Yeah, but then when we had a house party down here, and then when nigga was hunching, then when the wall was wild. That was Buffett when I was 15 cents. I ain't have to pay rent. I mean, Buffett. She had to step up to the line. We was on the bus. We had a real ticket.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, so you have a 41-year-old. I'm still kind of stuck on that, but okay, so grew
Yeah,
up.
she
So
got my 7th grandbaby. But I got one of my great grandbabies. So, which is.
all right, all right, you keep playing with it now. All right. okay. So, okay. So that just I'm still shocked by that, but okay. So growing up, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
No.
So you grew up with who? Okay, just mom. Was he like active and present and all like that, or what was the deal?
In between.
He came around here and there. Okay. What did they think about you having a kid at the age of 8 years old?
No, they actually didn't want me to have that when they touched it.
You say what?
But my mom took it, not my dad. My mom.
Did your dad know about it?
No.
So he didn't even know that you was pregnant?
I didn't even know I was freaking pregnant, to be honest with you. At least I'm being honest and real.
So how'd you have the baby?
If it went from my mom, tuck it, had it tucked. You say I would know that I had it.
But even the birthing process, were you like out cold or something?
They blamed me. I mean, I had a shot in me, so I wouldn't remember. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Ain't everybody business?
You say what?
Everybody business, ain't everybody business.
I guess so. Hey, what's up, man? Okay, so all right, so grew up with mom. Did you have brothers and sisters in the house with you?
Yes.
How many?
That's one brother, one sister. My mom had all of them.
Where were you in the birth order? Were you the oldest, the middle, or the youngest? You the baby.
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Oh Lord, you scary. You was scary. You one of those babies. Okay, don't mess with you. Okay, so growing up, would you say you had like a fairly normal childhood? Yes, even though you had a baby at 8. You. This is your story. Okay.
We going at the same time. You had baby way before that age.
Who?
I wouldn't know.
Okay, so you had a baby at 8. That's fine. Long story short, I wouldn't say anything like ever happened to you, but it sounds like it did. It sounds like things was happening to you. Well, it sounds like you were being sexually assaulted from a young age.
Yes, but I didn't know.
You didn't know what was going on?
No.
What did you think was happening at that age?
I just thought it was good hunting.
Just good hunting. Wow.
Good hair.
So you liked it?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it? I'm serious. I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay. No, because some people won't admit that.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna enjoy it, and it felt so good. It was a good nut.
Is it just me, but why is this dude asking these type of questions? We're talking about somebody who's alleged that they were like 8. Why is he asking these follow-up questions? It's like, move on from this. What the heck is wrong with you?
Even at the age of 8, that's wild. Okay, so then you had more kids, obviously. But then you had Lil Nas X. Where were y'all living when you first had him?
At a house.
Okay, and so how did Fable and them know you from like Bankhead Court and all that stuff?
Well, that's when we started Bankhead Court. When we started
Mosby Road?
Fable. When Fable first became rich, he came to my house and he wanted to give me $50 to have that sex with him. So I was beat that out.
Wait, what? You say when he first got rich, he did what?
No, he just wanted to enjoy himself that day. He said he thought he was going to make it, and I let him make it. And I told him he got 5 minutes to do it in my bed.
5 minutes to have sex with you?
No, that's been sex with 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes to do what?
That's sex with someone else.
In your bed?
In my house.
In your house?
Yeah.
Okay, is that right?
Oh, you made me feel so isolated.
You say what? Okay,
no,
so.
And I tell you what, now you feel like what? This is a good long conversation, but the conversation is very good long.
Well, it's about 10 minutes so far. It's about 10 minutes.
I was 8 minutes past that.
No, it's 10 minutes. I can show you. Look. 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
You got on.
All right. So, okay. So what did you think? So what did you think when your son first hit with that Old Town Road?
That when you got first time on the billboard.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what did you think the first time you heard that song?
Everybody would come to me. We said, oh my God, it's time for me. And I said, oh, y'all can suck a dick. That's how I felt. I didn't know that gay.
Yeah.
Got on board. I didn't.
Did you raise him or did somebody else raise him?
I raised.
So you raised? I'm just asking.
Of course. I raised my kid.
I didn't look. I gotta ask, right?
I choked, made him graduate, go to school, go to college.
So you were disappointed?
And somebody just sent me this, so this is definitely his. This is his mother. Well, this is Lil Nas X standing here with him. I don't know if this is his mother, but they're standing here together. That look like her to me.
With the fact that he was gay?
Yeah, but he could have told his mother first, but he had to tell the devil.
So you feel like he should have told you before he told the world?
No, before he told his daddy.
So you wanted him to tell you before he told his dad?
Damn right.
I guess.
I had him.
Yeah. Maybe he just felt more comfortable telling his dad.
I don't care, but I'm your mother. I had him.
Did he think that you was gonna like not accept him or something like that?
I still accept, but one thing about you should have told me first.
So you was upset about that? Because a lot of people have a lot of people have. So like he said, I think in different vlogs and stuff like that, he's basically said like, hey, I've tried to help my mom. I've tried to do this and that. What's your response to that?
And he still wanted to make sure his mama still living. Right there, his mama still living.
I guess though he's saying he tried to help you like not live whatever.
When I panhandle.
You say what?
When I panhandle in the street.
Right.
I'm still who I am. I'm still.
Well, right, but some people gonna say, why is Lil Nas X mom panhandling in the street?
Cause get what? Can't no one tell me nothing. You better tell me something. But one thing about it, I am who I am. I'm still who I am.
Tamika, but what that got to do with?
Wait a minute. Can't nobody tell you something, but somebody better tell you something. What the? Hold on. Let me go back.
When I panhandle in the street,
right?
I'm still who I am. I'm still.
Well, right, but some people gonna say, why is Lil Nas X mom panhandling in the street?
Cause get what? Can't no one tell me nothing. You better tell me something. But one thing about it, I am who I am. I'm still who I am.
Tamika, but what that got to do with your son is rich?
Hey, hands up on that. Can't no one talk to me or speak upon my son.
Okay, dude. So you hear it. Lil Nas X can't tell her what to do. Like, there's nothing. This is not Lil Nas X's fault. This is not something I'm gonna blame on Lil Nas X. He has somebody in his life that he loves. Everybody does that has a mental illness. She is choosing this way of living. There's not enough money or whatever he can do. So this is a sad situation. So the only thing we can do is pray for him in this situation. This might be adding to his struggle. But no one wants to see their mother living like that. So this is not a laughing matter. This is sad. But I'll definitely pray for him on this situation. But that other stuff, hell, we'll pray for him on that other situation too. But no, this is not Lil Nas X's fault. This dude who interviewed her is still asking, trying to make it seem like it's Lil Nas X's fault in some way just because he has money. And that don't have nothing to do with this situation. But that's my time, y'all. I got to get up out of this thing. I appreciate everybody who super chatted. Andre W, beautiful one. I definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all help keep this channel going. Salute to y'all. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone.